Use two screens. Even though I'm running it windowed, it's not working properly. Ew.
Ew. Are we live?
We are live. We are. Yes.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Find a playlist first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, rain, coffee, and you. This is going to be perfect for cleaning.
Yeah. I got no playlist going. There is some music in the game that we can use.
Yeah, I turned that off.
Did you?
Fish. Yeah.
So hi Ross. Hi Ross. Do Viscera Clean up detail.
Yep.
We gonna clean?
You're a lady.
I know. Would you like to answer this?
Yeah, sure. What should I say? Where you are?
Yeah.
What should I say? It's streaming.
No, just say I'm busy. My dad really wants to phone me. Right, okay, so if you press, I'll go through some controls first. So pressing number 1 is your mop. You have discovered the mop.
Getting you wet.
Yeah, you are getting me real wet.
Like a dirty girl.
Yeah. So number 2 is hands.
Come here, I'm going to touch you.
Number 3 is sniffer.
Oh, I got your nose. I got your nose.
Just give you the information and you can pass it on.
Oh, five, I get a laptop or a tablet. Is
Yeah.
it an iPad?
Kind of, yes. This is very important. So, sorry, back to the sniffer for a second. Sorry, I was getting interrupted there. So if you press left click on the sniffer, you'll start getting some pings. You'll see a little sensor ping. You can use that to detect blood stains and other things that you've not found in an area. If you right click, this detects like shells, casings, and bullet holes. So it's a little bit different. So you can use it in 2 different modes. Now,
How do you smell a bullet casing?
Science technology. Right.
With great skill, I imagine.
Yes. So with this game, we need to decide basically: are we going to do this entirely 100%? Are we going for 100% completion, or are we just going to do it the easy way?
I say we should get as close as we can to 100%.
In which case, number 5, the tablet, becomes very, very, very important. So, if you go to the tablet and then go to the notes section of the tablet, you can actually type stuff in the notes there. Right? As we explore the world and find out what we got to clean up, we're find dead bodies and we're going to find ID tags that go with them. As we find an ID tag, you want to basically take out your iPad. Like, I'll take the notes for us if you want. Or you can take the notes and I'll fill in the paperwork at the end. And basically you want to write down the employee's name and some key facts, like, about how they died. So if we find like blown to bits and there's scorch marks everywhere, then we can just note dismembered explosion, and that'll probably give us enough information to fill in the paperwork at the end. When we find an ID tag, we take it to this station here. Please do not activate this station right now, because you can accidentally basically punch out and say that you're done and that you want to complete the mission when actually we're not. Thanks. And so then you'll get a really low score and we'll get fired.
Got
it. This area over here, this on the ground here, see where it says barrels?
Barrels, yes.
Barrels in this section. You can pick up the barrels and put them in this area. So there's like there's another barrel like just over here.
I've already made a mess.
You have, yeah. It's very easy to make more of a mess than is necessary. If you click on something, Ross, and then click on it again, and if you hold click, you can manipulate it, so it makes it easier to sack. Yes, very good manipulation. You hit yourself in the face with that. That was hilarious. So obviously, like that's used for like stacking the objects. So any barrels we find in the level, we have to stack in this area. This is the designated spot for barrels.
Right.
We have the music box, although you've turned the music off, so we won't be able to use this. But you can pick this up and take this with you to where you're working and basically have it play music for you. It's very atmospheric. Right. So this guy's
this man's dead.
This guy is dead. Yep. So somewhere around here. Yeah. See, like right here. Right,
Where
Peter
the fuck am I meant to see that?
Peter Munchley is this guy's name.
Notes. We go, right.
Peter
Notes.
Munchley. His corpse is intact. He's bloody. He looks like he's been. He looks
Peter
like
Munchley.
yeah. It looks like he's been maimed to death.
Body intact.
Yeah.
Maimed, possibly.
Yes. So we don't really know much else. Like maybe as we move in and discover more about what's going on in this area, we'll discover
Lots
more.
of blood.
So yeah, for now, follow me. Leave Munchley where he is. Leave Munchley where he is. We'll come back for him. You're making more of a mess. Right.
It's really hard not to.
It's really hard not to. You're right. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring this punch card to the punch card machine, and we'll just hold.
Oh, we clocked him out.
We hold him up to the machine, and it registers that we found that body. And then at the end, we have to do paperwork related to him. But obviously, we don't have his tag anymore, and we're going to clean up. So we're like, it's going to be difficult to remember, like who was where and what they looked like. So taking notes is really important.
Oh, do I need to know where he was?
Not necessarily. I don't think. You can maybe take a note that he's outside, like, or slumped up against a wall. Like, I don't know.
This is already bugging me. I'm already, like, it's not right in the corner. Not maximising the space.
I don't know if we'll need to. Also, it says that these are explosive barrels. They don't explode. The game does not allow them to, unfortunately. Because we're basically coming in and cleaning up after the fact. Whatever horrible thing has happened, we're coming in to clean afterwards. Right, I'm going to see what we're going to get to next. Right, okay, I figured out what I'm going to show you next. Because there's a lot of parts to this game, but once you understand it all, then we can either stick together and just work on areas, or we can split up and just like clean the whole level and see the whole thing. So this blue box here,
Blue box.
this is basically a collectibles box, almost.
Right.
Anything that we want to keep from the mission. So if we want like a keepsake or something like that from the mission, we can put it in this box and close it before we finish.
Ah.
And then we get to keep whatever is in there. So there's some like unique items in various levels. This level that we can get and we can take back, and they decorate our office once we are done. Now I've played this game a lot, but I've cleared my cave in the office so that whatever we actually have in there and whatever trophies we get are going to be unique to our playing of this.
Okay.
This is
I know what this is. This is a lift.
This is a lift, yep. It kind of does what it says on the tin. It's a lift. So if you stand on it, you've got mechanism there that you can boost, and that's how you get up to taller areas to clean them. So like,
Motherfucker, it's broken already. What piece of shit is this?
it jams all the time. You just need to get used to it. So yeah, so that's.
I have the high ground.
So that's how you. It's over, Anakin. Oh wait.
The cleanest. Ha.
Right, yeah, so you understand how the lift works, and basically that's how we get to the taller areas. You may have noticed when you were up there, there's actually a body. I can just see his feet. Like if you kind of hop from here, there's one sticking. There's one up there, so we'll need to clean that. This is a bucket dispenser, the slosh-o-matic. So this is where you get. You need to be careful not to knock these over, but if you press on your will clean your mop. After a while, this will also get dirty, and you will need to get rid of it.
Right, okay.
And you get rid of it. Let me see if we can find something that we can actually put away. Okay, so found another body.
Oh god.
There's actually 2 bodies here. 3, actually, maybe. We've got Twitch stem off.
I done.
Right, I done.
Notes. My note from earlier didn't say earlier.
Oh, it knows.
Do I need to press the button? Press to save?
Don't know. Did you just go on to next note? Perhaps by mistake?
Nope. I'm clicking on both.
I've just wrote testing on mine. No, mine's saved. Okay, that's weird. Peter, what was his name?
Munchley or something?
Munchley. Intact. Outside. Blood. Possible. Maiming. Doesn't really matter about the spelling. Everybody can see that I typed that very quickly. Yeah. Do you want to take some of these notes? Will we share the notes? Like.
All right, okay. I saved the test and it worked. So give me the note.
Peter Munchley, intact, outside, lots of blood, possible maim. Really systematic game. Really slow paced. That's got the date right, apart from the year. Okay. Next up we have Twitch Semtoff.
Sent off.
Semtoff. Semtoff.
Yep.
And he is this is just a mess. Like, lots of dismembered body parts. Not even sure if this is his full body is in this at all. And that is going to be the kind of note that goes along with these other name tags that are here. So we've also got Douglas Bishop with the same notes.
Yep.
And Figgy Debrovic, sorry.
Spell that for me.
Figgy or Debrovic?
Devroberk.
Debrorv. It's an N-I-K. So it's Devrovnik.
V-O-N-I-C, yeah?
O-V-N-I-C. Exact names will help, but are not, like...
Okay, so I've got Twitch sent off, dismembered outside, Douglas Bishop, same as above, Figgy Drevrenok, ditto.
Yeah. That'll do it. Just save them and I'll go and scan them into the machine. And hopefully this saves this time. I would actually, like, make sure you close the thing every time just to make sure that it's actually staying.
Yeah, they're there.
Perfect.
The first one hasn't stayed though for some reason. But I remember it.
What, like, again, it's not stayed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really weird.
Peter, what was it?
I've got Munchley's written down. I'll just check. I'll jinx in a second to see if it's stayed. Yeah, mine's has stayed. Peter Munchley. What is this?
I think it's a backpack.
Oh yeah, it could be actually. You're right. Okay, so we'll use this as our first, like, full stage of, like, we need to clean this whole area. So, also for note over here is a crates stacking area. This is not a crate.
Right.
That is, I can't remember. It has its own designation. If it does have if there is another designated stacking point for those in the level, we should put them there. If not, then we should put them in with the crates. So I will leave that to the side at the moment. And basically just double check. So we're going to stack the crates. I'm going to leave this one just, like, off to the side there. Let's go and take all the barrels round. It's a pretty long process just to do this. It says this level should take you an hour if you're like a seasoned cleaner. So we'll just go and take all the barrels out of this area. Oh, I see another dead body there. We'll get him in a minute.
Oh yeah. I'm ready with the iPad.
Oh, you want to get him just now? Okay. Let me go and find his name tag. Tobias Rooney, and same as Peter Munchley, to be honest. Looks like a maiming. Lots of blood.
What's that name?
Rooney. So lots and lots of blood, but no major issues. So that you don't forget.
Is there a sprint button?
No.
God.
The walking speed is maximum walking speed. There is a slower walking speed thing, by the way, which does come in handy just after what I'll show you next once we finish stacking. So kind of the process what you should take is pretty much like kind of what I'm showing you, like, for this area here. Like, basically grab all your stackables, remove them from the area, grab anything that can be completely destroyed, and then remove that from the area. And then start picking up body parts, and then finally mop, and then after that we do we can play with a laser gun, which we actually still need to find in this level. Yeah, take things slow, take things easy, because obviously, like, the quicker you try and go, the more mess you end up making. I've grabbed a man's... I don't even know what that was that I have, to be honest.
Was it his willy?
No, it was just like kind of looked like a fucking eggplant, to be honest, but it was obviously fleshy.
Maybe it was his thigh?
Yeah, I don't know if it was his skull though. I feel like that would look more bony. Like the game is pretty graphic. Like it doesn't shy away from showing you blood and dismemberment, as you can see. So
I found the laser gun.
Yes, that's the laser gun. If you have it, you can't use anything else. So for the moment, just leave it down there, because if you try and equip anything else, you'll drop it. So at least then we know
I found
it.
an iPad.
Very good. Do you want to read what's on it?
Yeah, hold on. Primary objective: rescue any remaining employees and secure the samples. Secondary objective: reduce whiskey intake. Contact the Arctic Institute base on the ice moon. Galileo 5 has been lost. They're sending you down to secure their investment and rescue anyone still alive. Make your way to the storage rooms and collect any viable samples. We're being paid good money for this operation, so make sure the samples are intact. Just grab whatever looks important and get out.
So that's obviously that's a little bit of background story to like what's going on here, basically. So
I'll leave it on this table.
So if you're interested, you can pick up these things. That is a bit of paper, a bit of scrumpled up paper. That can go in the bin.
Oh, I got another body.
Yeah, hold on. Come with me. Come with me. We'll finish cleaning up this area outside, and I'll show you what to do. So this here, right? This is a what a load disposal bin, right? You give it a punch, it gives you a bio waste bin. You can take the bio waste bin over to wherever you're working and pick up the smaller body parts and put them in the bio waste bin.
Right.
And they are anal with how small the body parts is. Sometimes you can miss a little bit of spine or spleen. Very, very anal. So, see how full mine is? When I start walking, like running with that, it's all jiggling around in there. So you're actually better to hold left shift and walk with this, so that it doesn't tip and spill everywhere. Because then you just end up with more to clean. And this is where the level's incinerator is. So you're just going to stick that bin in there. Don't worry about cleaning the area like directly around the incinerator, because it does get pretty messy, but we'll come back and clean that at the end. You just stack a couple of bins in, shut the door, and after a few seconds whatever you've put in there will disappear.
Okay.
And it basically gets it out of the level. But you need to be careful about what you're picking up, because sometimes you can dispose of things that are actually important. So we might accidentally dispose of an ID tag and miss one, for example. So if you're going for 100%, obviously that's quite important. The mere fact that we have found the ID tags and registered them in the computer immediately gives us a better score. But if we can do a really good workplace report on like what we've cleaned up here today, we'll get an even better score. So obviously you want to go for like as best you can, really.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hello. Do you have a man
Hello,
for the
Mary
incinerator?
Peter.
Do you have the? Oh, have you went and got Peter? Have you?
Yes, I'm Peter.
Yeah. Go and shove Peter in the thing. Oh,
Okie doke. I'm going to go into the fire now.
Don't know why it's so stupid. So we might at some point, by the way, these disposal bins and stuff that you can whack to get disposal bins. Occasionally they malfunction, or like it's a sign of like, it's a sign that there may be too many in the level already. If you have too many in the level, that thing's just going to churn out little bits of body instead. So it's just going to end up with you cleaning more
I
up.
got a head. Look.
Yeah.
I think this man was shot.
You think he was shot?
He's got bullet holes.
Well, yeah, that's a good indication of being shot, to be fair. We both had that one there. Gonna get rid of this bloody backpack as well. Let's Doesn't look like it's much use to anybody. Right, I got the full body. So yeah, for the most part, the actual mopping of stuff can kind of be left to last, because that's the bit that just you end up getting it right, and then you traipse like blood. Like one of us at least has stepped in some blood here, and we're just trailing it around on our shoes now.
I think that's me.
Are you done with this?
I've got another body over here, by the way.
Oh, you going up for that one, are you?
Yes.
I'm gonna incinerate this chair, because it is rubbish. It's just messy.
I'm glitching out. Ah!
You alright?
Yeah, I couldn't stand on this without like freaking the fuck out. There we go.
Do you want me to take,
Oh, this man's in half.
do you want me to take notes on him?
Yeah, so it's Doctor. This man's a doctor. He's got a doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
David Childs. So he's clearly a molester.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of blood. Cut in half. Missing left arm.
Okay.
I will clock him out.
I've got the notes. I'm taking a bucket over to the area that we've removed all those bodies from, and I'm just going to start mopping it.
I'll grab the good doctor. Is that my bucket? Yeah. Am I dropping bits?
No, it just sounds like it. Yeah, like I say, after a while you will have a dirty bucket as well, and the way that you get rid of a dirty bucket sounds really backwards, but you put it in the incinerator, like water and all.
Right.
I've obviously got a
Kobe.
real hot incinerator.
Oh, I grabbed his body and he just fell to bits.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Makes an easy cleaning job sound really difficult.
So close.
Really glad I've got that turned on to highlight like whatever you're about to pick up, because sometimes it's impossible.
Damn it. I'll get one of these little sausage intestines in there.
Maybe I'm gonna update. I'm gonna update the note. I've updated the note to say that his body is disintegrated when we tried to move it.
Oh, that one went so far. Look behind you.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Skull for the 3-pointer. Damn it.
It's so short. Oh man, he's seen some shit. Look at that
has.
face. Huh?
Should have screenshotted that face.
Screenshotted the face. I know. That's... Oh, that's a bit heavy. It's a bit heavy. Hold on, let me take the legs out. I'll get rid of them separately. I can hear you coming. It's like that's a real noisy bucket you've got there.
Noisy bucket.
So yeah, we will traipse like fucking footprints about the place for a while. Oh, very key point to bring up at this point actually is if the server state starts to say that there are too many characters in the level, and it displays a system warning, that just means that we're traipsing too many like blood footprints around, or there's like too much blood in the level and we need to do some mopping, and the physics of the game and like the general performance of the game is going to just decrease dramatically until we clean it up and fix it.
Right.
To the point where it can crash. Okay, dokie. I would really like to find where the top-up station is in this level, because that would be the last one to...
There's a bit down here.
Oh yeah, do you want to go down there next?
I mean, kind of makes sense.
Oh, hold on. Look.
What?
Look. There's a trail of blood that goes this way. I bet there's a body around here. Fucking nailed it. I think I'm the last one left. They killed each other one by one, or it killed them, I don't know. This thing, whatever it is, we unleashed, we are now paying the price. I can't get to the mess hall and I haven't had a drink in 3 days. I don't feel so hot. Ha, did I just make a joke? God damn it. This is Wilford Cooper. And he's intact. Outside, lots of blood. Shoved behind some crates. That might be a key aspect of him. And he is clocked out. I'm going to burn the note.
I'm gonna burn this man. What do you think he sounded like? This man.
If Peter Munchley was anything to go by, he sounded like, "Hey, Jamie!"
No, see, I thought he was more French. Like, ho ho ho, the alien had come for me, ho ho ho. This is terrible. I've got another body.
Need me to take notes?
Yeah. So we have... Fent Budo.
Okay. As it sounds.
Yep. Intact, lots of blood, died on the stairs. No, sorry, it's B-U-D-O, no, double O.
B-U-D-O.
Yeah. Budo. But it would be pronounced Budo.
Budo. My typing skills are not what just happened?
Oh, come downstairs. Oh, this man got fucked. This dude has had better days.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Is that a gravity thing, or is he just... Is he stuck there like... Oh, no,
he's impaled.
He's impaled by some kind of alien stick.
Yeah,
that's
I got his name.
That's a key thing to know. Oh, I'll take notes. What's his name?
Dr. Keith Blair, and for some reason I can't pick up his thing. Yeah, Dr. Keith Blair. I will clock him out.
Taking some notes for him.
There's dynamite down here.
There was an incident in the lab today. Dr. Carpenter found dead, but Dr. Blair couldn't tell me how he died. Even stranger is the fact that Dr. Blair was in the lab when it happened. I swear things have been getting weirder and weirder since we thawed those damn specimens. What have you got?
Explosives.
Fuck it, just leave them there.
No.
No, yeah, leave them there. Oh, here's another thing, by the way. Wet floor signs. We incinerate them at the end.
Right, okay.
We also...
Where the mop? The brush.
We can keep them. Oh, you can take the brush, actually. You can keep that in your inventory. It stays. And you can use that to get rid of some certain stains, and it's good for sweeping up bullet casings at the end. I'm going to try and remove this guy from the ceiling, but he's going to collapse. Yeah. He's in bits. Shall I bring a bio-waste bucket down? We can clean that bit
Probably a good idea.
That seems like quite a small room, so that's a good place to start, because we could totally like finish off one area and then get the whole like section mopped up.
Yeah. There's a mug here that says, "I love my interplanetary conglomerate."
Yeah, well, I mean, this is set in the future. We don't know what kind of thing they're. But yeah, see those hazardous waste materials in the corner there. Nope. Machine's broken. spat a bunch of body parts out at me instead of giving me a bucket.
I've got a laptop and iPad here.
Anything interesting on them?
There's a data log.
That could be quite interesting. What's that? Potato chips. Bin.
I've been studying the samples for my discovery for 26 hours straight, and even more fascinated now than when I started. The cells don't appear to be dead, which is remarkable, considering they've been in the ice for countless years. The organism, which at first appeared humanoid, has begun changing.
I accidentally fucking clicked off my game when I did
This
that one.
was peculiar.
Oh, I've done it again.
What do I do with these data logs?
I can't quite remember. I think they can stay in the level just as long as they're somewhere kind of tidy. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh, there's a bucket of water again.
Was it the one that I brought down, or is it another one? Oh, yeah. That's quite handy.
A lot of barrels in this map.
There is a lot of barrels. This is actually one of the smaller maps with the least amount of stackables. You stacking stuff?
Yeah.
Me thinking this entire table might need to go eventually. Kayleigh's watching this with like bated breath, like it must be satisfying her so much to see all this shit getting cleaned up.
It really is so satisfying. I was just thinking that 5 minutes ago.
It's such a satisfying game. That's why I love it so much. I'm going to bring another biohazard box down because there's quite a lot of other little nooks and stuff to clean up down there still.
Oh, I found another body in the other cave.
Oh, did you go down the other way, did you?
Yeah, I'm exploring.
Did you get the one by the door? I don't think we took notes on him yet.
The one by the door? No, we did not. Do you want to take the notes?
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'll put this down downstairs. Finish cleaning up. Right, ready for notes.
So, Kurt Knowles, that's N November, A Alpha, U Uniform, L Lima, S Sierra.
Yep.
Body intact, lots of blood, died next to a knife.
What is the crouch button? I think there is a crouch button. There is not a crouch button. It's a bit awkward to get the stuff that's kind of tucked away underneath shit.
Are you ready for body number 2?
Sure.
Okay, so we have Dr. John Palmer. Cut in half, lots of blood, died inside on the stairs. In ice cave.
Some of these notes may be spot on to what question it asks you. Some of the notes might be absolute bullshit. Like, we don't know what they're going to ask, so we just have to kind of take a bit of notes of everything. And just kind of hope that we get enough good notes towards the end to make stuff work. I really want to get this bit of paper from under there. Try and smack it out with a mop.
Oh, there's another brush over here, Jamie.
Oh, that's cool. I might come and get that later. Since we can keep them.
I found another data pad. I have been put in charge of cataloging the samples before storing them in the cryo fridge. It is truly amazing how much material there is in these specimens. I swear there wasn't this much matter when we took them out of the ice and thawed them. I'll store the samples as requested, but first I'll weigh every single sample. When I'm done, I'll weigh them again and compare my results. If I'm right, this could be a huge breakthrough, even enough to perhaps silence Dr. Blair's constant self-righteousness. Oh, I found another machine.
Oh, you might have the dispenser, so it'll have like little.
Yeah, I got that.
It'll have like little item icons on it. So the only thing we need to replace in this level is first aid kits. You noticed any of the first aid stations that are cutting around that like have missing like first aid kits?
Yeah, found another data pad.
Well, what accent's it going to be this time?
Oh, I'm running out of accents. I don't know. I can't think of another accent.
Just do it. Just read it.
Well, another cold day in this wretched moon. Well, I guess it's better to leave a report. Nah, fuck that. We've unearthed 3 life forms in the ice so far. Early evidence suggests bipedal physiology. I had a stroke there. But there's some strange morphology that Dr. Blair is very intrigued. Test indicates the ice to be well over 23,000 years old. I guess the orbital survey team was right after all. I'm sure they'll be pleased, and why not? They don't get to live down here. Bastards. I'll continue this analysis after the specimen has been thawed.
So, just remembered, by the way, the general data that you're collecting, like through the data pads and stuff, very important that you're actually reading that stuff. Because at the end, I think as well as like filling out reports on the bodies, we have to fill out a general report as to what we think has happened here. So like I'm thinking at the moment, pretty obvious, like scientists uncovered like an alien species, thawed it from the ice, species kills everyone.
Yeah.
Thinking that's where this one's kind of going. Call that clean. Buckets get real dirty real fast. So what I'm doing at the moment, Ross, is trying to clean a pathway from the bucket machine down to where we're working.
Good fucking luck.
So that we can actually continuously like clean the area. So I just cleaned this bit. Traipsed over.
Well, I had to go get a new bucket.
Another bucket at the top of the stairs for you. So we've now got a clean path to the incinerator as well, so I'll keep just trying to kind of keep that up, so that we should pretty much constantly have a clean path to everything. As much as we possibly can, anyway. I was wondering if this could be cleaned. I don't know if this needs to be left or maybe it needs to be taken away. Oh, there's a body bag here. That should probably be removed.
Can it be removed?
I mean, yeah, I can pick it up. Did you go over and clean where Munchley was? No, not yet.
I'm in the process of doing it. Do we have a bio bin?
Not on the go at the moment, no.
Is there not one down here? I thought there was.
If there is, I've forgotten about it. Thank you.
Yeah, there's one over here.
I must have forgot about it. I was kind of doing one job and then sort of switched to doing another halfway through. Yeah, I was picking up all the bits and pieces down here. Trying to get stuff cleaned up. This game's not particularly great at like depth perception, and that can be a real issue. I'm thinking that that can stay in the level. In fact, actually, the sniffer can tell me. Yeah, it's got to go. Oh, I should have been doing face cam for this one. Oh, fuck! I tripped over your bucket as I came up the stairs.
No! You've made a mess! My bucket.
Better get a new bucket.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to, man. That's a big pool of blood.
Is that the one just over by where that dude was up the stairs?
Yeah, up the stairs. He's on top of a crate, come on.
Hey, he's up the stairs. Just keep pressing it. It'll unjam eventually. There you go. Do you just want to grab this off me and have that up there?
I think I'm done up here.
Oh, really? That was fast.
Yeah, there wasn't actually a lot of blood. Most of it had peeled off to the side and down. He was kind of hanging off the edge.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you see many barrels down the other ice cave?
Yes.
There are loads more, is there?
Yeah, that's fucking shit ton.
No, the fucking stacking game's gonna have to increase because we're almost done in the square. We have to start putting them on top of each other now. That's just asking for trouble. This game's not got a great like depth perception to it, so it's quite difficult to kind of know whether or not you're getting something kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a problem with the engine that this game's built on, though. Built on like the Half-Life engine. Half-Life game looks like this as well. Like it's just so impossible to tell whether or not. Have you seen like a deposit point for hazardous material yet? It's like another like green or yellow square on the ground. It should be specific. If there isn't,
possibly down the stairs.
If there isn't one, then we'll just put them in with the crates, I guess.
Yeah.
But for now, they can all live down here. What was this? Right, that was that. We've dealt with that. We've read that. So you, oh, I did bring a bucket. Yes. Good.
I'm cleaning up bodies down in the cave.
I think I'll just
Body bits.
get rid of that as well. I think.
You think, therefore, you are?
I think that's what it's detecting here. Right, that doesn't need to be cleaned up. Maybe this needs stacked with other crates. At least put it up there for now so it's out of the way. Oh, we just got... we got
Majestic Seahawk is now hosting us.
Yeah, she is. Thanks, Sammy. Appreciate it.
Jamie, come here.
I don't know, I've got biohazard waste to get rid of.
Really?
And a bit to mop. Better not miss that. Oh yeah.
Jamie. Hello! Hello!
Put him in my bin.
High five!
High five!
I want to stroke your face.
No, get away from my face. No, it's inside me.
Right, put the box down, I'll put it in.
You're on my bucket.
Yeah, but I didn't tip it, see?
I don't know how you managed to not tip it.
Pro fucking janitor me.
Fucking elite 360-degree bucket skills.
Woo! Oh, do a fucking 360. It's fucking weird.
Eh?
Oh yeah.
Whoa, yeah, it really
You
actually...
tilt sideways.
Yeah, it makes you go off balance.
Wow. Fucking nail. Right, back to collecting bodies.
Sniffer test.
Oh. I'm going to assume this was its pubic region.
Getting little pings from over here. Nothing really.
The
though.
lack of sprint is a thing.
Does get annoying after a while, doesn't it?
Yee.
I'm gonna get rid of
Oh,
all
I found another body, Jamie. Get your notes out.
I'm gonna get rid of all the wet floor signs and stuff. Ready for taking notes?
Dr. Richard Carpenter.
Dr. Oh, I've accidentally opened the thing. Richard Carpenter, did you say?
Yes.
Yes, notes please.
Body intact, lots of blood, died in the ice cave. Smeared against the wall.
Notes entered. I'm gonna just get rid of all the wet floor signs and stuff just now.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take one home actually?
Yes.
I want that as our first bit of memorabilia. Take a wet floor sign home.
Question.
Go ahead.
Can I bring a body home?
Technically, yes, you can. In fact, actually, there's no technically about it. You can just straight up do that. But don't do that.
Awesome. Why not?
Because the office also needs cleaned. And you can just make our lives a lot more difficult by doing that. Oh, I found where the beep was coming from. There it is. One tiny little footprint, like going up the way from here. Yeah, so once we get the area, majority of the area clean, we'll then need to go around with the sniffers. Just see if they pick up anything that we've missed. Sometimes it could be fairly significant, like you could miss the dude fucking strapped to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, like, it's an extension of that. Like, you know how we've got that hydraulic lift thing? Like, sometimes,
Yeah.
like, we will, sometimes we'll need to use that to... sometimes we'll need to use that to actually, like, you know, get to, like, bodies that are on the ceiling stuff. Or we'll need to use it to, need to use it to turrets back to the ceiling or something like that. This thing really does jam fucking constantly. Anything the game can do to make your life difficult, it will do. I'm just checking on top of some of the other like crates and stuff, like out in the outside area using the lift. Make sure there's no bodies and stuff on the on the tops of them. No, there's no indication as to like how many bodies or whatever are in each place. You just have to actually like, yeah, and like actually, you know, go around like looking properly and stuff. You know, like actually being meticulous really helps you. Yeah, if there's nothing else, then you know. You do just need to be like as meticulous as like a proper cleaner should need to be in this situation. Closest real world situation I could kind of fathom is like, you know, imagine you're a doctor or something like that, and you're oopsies. Imagine you're a doctor or something. You go into a theatre and there's still like parts of an old person's body in there, like that was being operated on before you were there. Like you wouldn't be fucking happy about it, would you? Sorry. So I think apart from the first aid kit over here, I think we're kind of done with that bit.
Right.
Just need the new first aid kit and then to close up the first aid station and reactivate it again. Ross.
We didn't do this smart. I'm fixing it.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna leave you to it.
To pile to the back.
I've got another crate to check on top of, like just near where we started. I always want to press the button on the front of it, I don't know why. I know that I'm not going to be able to get up from there. Nothing up there. We're kind of lucky with this one. There's not actually that many bullet casings. That makes like the cleaning really fucking anal when there's loads of bullet casings, because they're fucking tiny. Take ages to find and clean up. Will I just start like kind of making a mop job from like from the bucket down to the ice cave that you're working in? We'll just slowly.
I would go in there and start. There's still loads of body parts. I'd clear them first.
I got another
it's
one.
It's a massacre in there.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good. Just gonna leave them there. Yeah, it's quite messy down here, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's also a bucket down there for body parts.
Yeah, I found that as I actually came down, but... a bunch of them are stuck in this sort of like pool in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might need the lift down here actually, Ross.
Do you need me to bring you the lift?
Yeah, if you're coming back down, yeah, that'd be good. It's an error.
I'm not coming down, but I will bring you the lift anyway.
I've got plenty to do without the lift. Like I can go and grab it next time. What did you ask there, Kills?
Can you jump on the table? Stand on that.
Yeah, probably. It's not very stable. The lift is really the only thing that works. Thanks, Ross. So this is your first time playing this game. What are you thinking of it so far?
I enjoy the mopping. I enjoy the stacking. The little intricate body parts are not so much fun. The lack of sprint really annoys me.
I mean, it's an old game.
Fuck!
You alright?
Yeah. Goddamn physics.
Yeah, they'll fuck you. The physics of the stairs just tipped out half of my fucking bucket. Oh. Lost a bit. So go ahead and grab that. The game does give you a nice constant uphill battle to work with. Oh, the broom. I'll take that.
Yeah, I did say there was a broom down there for you.
Do you see what you mean about the intricate body parts, to be fair? Like there. Get in. They are pretty intricate. There was another one over here. You tend to find those when you're trying to clean up and then suddenly your mop's just smearing blood everywhere because there's like loads of bits stuck on. Just checking the
Not gonna lie, right?
just checking the tech data there, Kales. Tells me like if we've dropped frames and like how long we've been live and like what my CPU percentage and stuff is. I just like going and checking that every now and then to make sure I'm not burning my computer to death. But that's all fine. Like that's perfect fix. Huh? Yes. Alright, what were you saying there, Ross?
Not gonna lie, my barrel stacking skills are fucking on point.
I'm gonna come and see what you've been doing. Right, ladies and gents. Oh, that's really nice actually. That's pretty good. This one at the front's upside down.
Does that fucking matter?
No, it doesn't.
It's fucking stacked.
Right, as far as I can see, there's no area to stack like the non-crate crates, if that makes sense. Like the fucking hexagony style crates. I can't even think what the name for these would be. Isohedrons, maybe?
Oh, what's the word? Decahedrons or whatever.
Decahedrons, yeah, that's probably better. Yeah, there's no specific place for them, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that they get stacked in the crates, and same with the hazardous material like buckets that we found in the other place. I reckon we're just going to have to stack them into the crates as well. There should be specific sections for them. Well, some levels there's specific sections for them, and obviously if you follow that you get more points, but if there's not a specific section, we just have to do the closest that applies, and it is a crate, so therefore we should put it in with crates. I've seen another thing somewhere else. To those who have just joined in, welcome. We're Badger and Pals. I'm Jamie, that's Ross. We're busy playing Viscera Cleanup Detail, teaching Ross how to do his first cleanup job. Once we're done, Ross, I'll get to show you the office. Because we'll automatically go back there to basically take whatever we've stored in the crate. We'll get to go back and take out whatever we've got.
Can I add something to the crate? Ah!
What is it that you're going to add? Do you want some explosives?
Yes.
Yeah, you can take some.
I want to add this stick of dynamite to the crate.
Yeah, you can take that home.
Sweet.
Like I say, you can take bodies, but I wouldn't because it just becomes a fucking mess real fucking quick. You've done a pretty good job down here, Ross, to be honest. There wasn't a huge amount of body parts for me to pick up.
I did the majority of the big body bits. It's all the little fucking fiddly bits.
Yeah, I every now and then I see one at the corner of my eye that's like crept in from somewhere.
Got a shit ton on the stairs.
It's starting to get a little bit. Was that what you were trying to point out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting mob duty.
Yeah, I would go from like the top and just slowly work your way down.
Well, actually, I was going to start because we're going to keep tracking it out to get stuff. It's better to start at the source and work our way back.
Incorrect.
Why?
Because in this game, if you're meticulous, if you say that you're starting the mop job, then I'm going to stop traipsing stuff out of here. In which case, I'm going to kind of team up with you on the mopping, and we're just going to slowly make a path all the way down here. And if we happen to like make a little bit of mess, it's less to mop up from the source. So like if we can start from the top and work your way down, because then you'll slowly create like a clean pathway that you can walk up and down without traipsing any more like guts up. So I'm gonna start from the top, because like as that bucket like gets dirty, which it will real fucking quick. Gotcha. Then the best thing you can do is
Fuck! Knocked the bucket over.
yeah, that'll happen as well. But yeah, like you're gonna end up traipsing a bunch of bloody footprints out of there when you're like trying to come up with a bucket. Fucking give me a bucket instead of giving me limbs. The bucket machine just keeps on spewing limbs at me. Have you got loads of buckets out, or like?
Nope.
Are we just getting unlucky?
Just getting unlucky. I had one bucket.
I absolutely love the design of the mop in this game. Like, it's just such a funny design.
Fucking yoink.
It's fine. I got my own. Are you going back to the bottom? Are you?
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm gonna get all the big blood patches.
I'll start from the top. Get rid of the smaller patches and the footprints and stuff that are leading out of there. We'll hopefully start to make more of a pathway down. But just as a general chill and chat game, like, how fucking good is this? Like, it's such a relaxing game. I really like this game.
I've got a nice sort of chilling out playlist on here.
I've not got any music going, you know?
I've got one of those like playlists you can get on YouTube. They go for like an hour, and it's like all for like study music and like it's literally called Study, Rain and Coffee.
Fair enough. I got nothing going, partly because I thought we would maybe use the in-game music a little bit, even though it's a bit tacky and a bit shit. And then just partly because like I just don't want to listen to anything right now.
Fair enough. Right, dirty bucket coming through.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten to the bottom of the stairs so far. Stop doing that.
Stop doing what?
I keep getting body parts coming out of the bucket machine. It's just been constant for a little while. This game's physics responds really well, by the way, if you've like got a body or something like that and you kind of give it a flick as you let go of it. Like it does actually fling it. So I'm wondering, like, based on like how much I cleaned up, how bad is the traipsing of blood out of here now? Not bad. Not bad, just a little bit on the stairs.
Fuck!
Tip it over already?
Yep.
At least it was a clean bucket. Oop. See, this is why I wanted to work from the top and go in, because like I'm having to go back over your footprints all the time now.
Yeah, but the big bits of blood are gone. Bucket of water coming through.
I heard something kind of sloshy there when I got to a bit there. So I'm thinking...
Fuck! I've done it a third. This is 3 times. Give me your bucket.
Oh, yeah. You
Fuck
should just
me.
not be allowed the bucket.
Fuck me.
And we got a bit of body partage to clean up here. Got some actually by the biohazard bin itself. It's spewed out a few body parts when it's been broken. So we got it all. That's not very good. Even just love the ambient sounds in this game. Like I just think they're really good. Does this count as rubbish to get rid of by the sniffer? No, that's okay. That can stay. Sniffer is not necessarily unhappy about the barrels, weirdly. Do I have to clean them up? No, I do not.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
You tipped it again.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Probably just standing too close to it. The physics of it are pretty fucked sometimes. And cleaning your mop in it does like rock the bucket, so if you go in from an awkward angle you can tip it over if it's on an uneven surface. First time for a while I've actually gotten a bucket first time out of that thing. Ah, fuck. That was my fault. Put it down on an uneven surface. Tried to get chucked, but it didn't quite work. Oh, there's an appendage here. No. You tipped it again.
Yeah, it's happening all the time now.
Do you want me to take over mopping for a bit?
I suppose. Mopping is the most fucking satisfying part.
I get you. It's pretty satisfying. Love if you look like you can actually see like the little drips off the mop. Especially when it's bloody, you can see them like you can see it dripping blood. It's real satisfying. If you've got that turned on, that is. You just tipped my bucket.
No, I didn't actually.
So it's given us a gun, like a welding gun there, the laser gun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a. But it's. I don't see any like bullet holes or anything to like fix with it. That's what it's for. That's just blood time. It's not going to clean them up anymore. See, look, you're just traipsing.
I'm not.
You are. It's just. I'm trying to get a like pathway going so it's clean. Like I'm okay with the fucking mess around the incinerator because we're just gonna have to constantly come back to that anyway. That can be the last thing to be cleaned up. I feel like there was an issue here.
Shut up.
Kobe! Close. I don't think I've ever seen Kaylee look happier. Like, this game is just making her fucking happy.
I mean,
That's the I've dropped my bucket noise.
It wasn't even out of my hands.
See, I think the issue is, right, Ross, is that I'm very keen to do it one particular way. You're very keen to do it the other particular way. Why would you give us that if there was nothing to clean up with it? I don't understand. You're doing like a fucking jumping mop.
I have to.
Oh, lots of flares here that we can clean up. Another data pad that I can get rid of. Nah, it's just bloody water now.
Can you bring me another bucket?
Sure. Sure thing. I can bring you the leg from the bucket dispenser.
No, I would like the bucket from the bucket dispenser.
Then you'll just wait until I get a bucket. Got a bucket. Here comes a bucket. I'm gonna mop before I put this down, just in case I tip it. Right, I'm thinking yeah, first aid supplies. Let's go for that. I'll go and top up all the first aid kits in the level. Really nice sound effect that you get when you top up with the first aid supply. Really like that. There's a knife here. Very important that goes in the bin at some point. Okay. Would you like to do a first aid kit, by the way, Russ?
I've done one already.
Have you?
I did the one over by the lab.
Is there not 3? I feel like I've seen 3. Oh yeah, you did that one. Oops. I accidentally knocked it open again. Is there not one down here? Yeah, there was one inside the lab as well. That's right. There we go. Right. You just analyse this medical waste with the sniff. Nope. It's just something that can be stacked. Go ahead and stack it with the crates. We're going to get a very good score at this. Oh, have we finished our mop jobs now, have we?
Down there, yeah.
I don't even have a clean mop to contribute to that at the moment. Kind of a little swear to like use any of the other like machines if we don't need to, like the bucket machine, like for getting all the tiny bits and pieces up. Like if I can avoid using that right now, I will, because I don't want to make more mess.
What mess?
Hey?
Oh, damn it.
Drop a bucket again.
No, I got my first body part.
Oh, what am I doing? This doesn't go in the fire, this stacks.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, just choked on my own breath, you know, when you fucking do that and you feel like it's a risk to fucking breathe again. Sup? Do you want to full on join in on this, by the way?
What is it?
I was just speaking to Kaylee there, sorry. Oh no, you can't actually. I was thinking you could do split screen and online co-op at the same time, but I don't think you can. Remember when that used to be a really common thing, that you could play a split screen and online co-op at the same time?
Oh, yeah, I used to do that all the time with Halo 3, because you used to be able to...
Halo, Gears of War, that was another good one for doing that.
Yeah, that was another one. Because what you used to be able to do with that was, if your friend didn't have Xbox Live, they could all... Alright, calm down. They could sign in as, like...
Guest.
You plus one.
Yeah.
The guest one. Or they could sign in as the guest, and then you could do a wee trick where you logged yourself out and they stayed logged in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they logged out and logged into their account. Because the game was already running, they would get Xbox Live for 2 days free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did eventually fix that.
Yeah.
Do you remember Chris? We at one point, like between like me and Steven and a few other people we were like regularly gaming with at the time, we kept him on Xbox Live for. Remember how you used to get the 2 days of like gold trials in every fucking game box? We kept him going on Xbox Live for like about 2.5 months in like between 14-day trials and 2-day trials. We managed to keep him going for like 2.5 months. One of us would just go and dig through game cases and find another fucking trial code.
Nice.
Because they only, like, nowadays you can redeem them at any time, but it used to be the thing of, like, you could only redeem them even when your gold was actually completely out.
I'm getting this game soon.
Yeah, no, I'm going to buy it for you. Because you're old.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting old. You're having a birthday, is what you're meaning to say.
But the question is how old?
Only as old as me.
It's
I mean,
old.
26. My nan thought it was 27.
Did she?
Yeah.
Jamie, you missed some bloody handprints over here.
Whereabouts? In the lab?
No, over here. In the like guy that was hiding behind the containers.
Oh, did I? I didn't see them, sorry. Might want to go and double check the lab. I'm starting to think maybe I forgot to mop one of the tables because there was some bloody handprints on there now that I think about it.
It's so sad, but I'm really like, I'm really looking forward to this birthday present.
What, like this?
More than any other, yeah.
This very game.
Yeah.
I was planning on buying it for you early, but then like it's such a pain in the ass. Can you imagine playing this with a trackpad? Because so much relies on the mouse.
Nah, I can't. I'm not playing it with it.
There's blood somewhere.
In the lab.
Yeah. Can't quite figure out where though. Oh, there it is.
I'll come
Right.
have a look if you want. I've not got a clean mop.
No.
Where was it? On the ceiling?
I'm not sure. I can hear it beep though.
I see. Were you getting it in like this corner? Like that's where mine went off.
No, I'm getting over here. See, it stops beeping as much up here.
Try
Beeps
cleaning in
here.
this in the crev, like in between these bits of stair here.
Your feet!
Not my feet. I just think a footprint. Where did I get that from? I must have stepped in.
You're scraping them. You must have stepped in something.
Yeah, I must have stepped in some blood, but not obviously not very much. So that'll be whatever's causing the beep. So there's now my footprint out there. So somewhere, when I was down here somewhere, I got some blood on me.
See, I get a little beep over here.
It's
Can
nothing.
you move the tables?
No, you can't move those tables. So there's one little blood print there. It was mine.
Yeah, which I've tidied.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not getting much on the sniffer. Oh, wait, hold on.
Shall we take the laser gun home with us?
Fuck yeah.
Seeing as we didn't like really need it much in this one. If anything, I think there's probably just little bits and pieces of rubbish lying about that just need tidied up. There's some barrels that still need stacked down here. All these flares need tidied up. I think this chem light can go in the bin, but I'll just put it there. Hold on, let me check the sniffer. No, it doesn't.
So how do you know where the sniffer?
So like if you try in both modes, it'll tell you whether or not like if it beeps like really heavy. So like if you try this table, like no, it's not actually.
No.
It's not actually beeping up, but I have been binning these
Like
tables.
even the dynamite's not beeping.
Normally they just
All the
want
medical waste.
Yeah, the medical waste just needs stacked. It goes in with the crates. The dynamite can probably just be left where it is. I feel like I don't want to put that in the incinerator.
But I do.
I mean, we can, but I don't think it's going to go well somehow. Yeah, all these flares are like they're tiny little things. Like you're losing like a fraction of a percentage. Like with these tiny little things, but the less like tiny things you can. Less things that you can have like a tiny percentage on, like the better. Just use the brush to great effect. Managed to get something stuck out of the corner. Yeah, it's just a case of like when we're done, like when we're finished stacking and throwing stuff in the incinerator, we just have a quick once over with a sniffer just to make sure that there's nothing major that highlights anyway. Because any like big blood stains or like real big messes or anything like that we've completely missed will really go against us. But any tiny little things will only be like fractions of a percentage that we've done. I don't want to mess up your barrels because it looks like stacking like that is a bit of a bitch, so there's a barrel. I'll bring the other one from down near there as well, and then we can just have a wander around, check all the nooks and crannies and make sure that everything's alright.
Okay.
I think we're just about done, and we're only 20 minutes over, like estimated time. Considering that like 15 minutes of that was like getting started and showing you the absolute basics.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not doing too bad as estimate time for the level goes. Now you've got that, that's fine. I think I'll just tidy up these flares. I would go and get a bucket because it would make it easier, and then I could just do it in one trip. But I risk it chucking body parts at me, which means then I've got to go and get the other type of bucket, which could also chuck body parts at me. And then I would just have more to clean up. So I'll just take 4 trips walking up and down and cleaning the stuff up. Might get rid of that like chair leg that hasn't got a like seat attached to it anymore. Feel like I don't like that. So we've done pretty well in it, with this. We can go and probably do the other like short level if you want, like the other like beginner level if you like, and that'll give us. I know for a fact that there's bullet holes in that one that we can use the welding gun for. Tidy that up. It's so satisfying to walk through this area now because I know what it looked like about half an hour ago. Walking back through this nice clean corridor, so nice. You're just washing the ferns.
Ooh.
My legs, I don't have them. Get here. Gotcha. That only really happens when you play an online game. Like the physics of stuff just get a little messed up. And like stuff like kind of phases into the world a little bit. Like the geometry doesn't quite line up. What else did I come down for? Did I get this thing from the back? No. Leave the explosives where they are. I'll tidy the lift up. Right, have you sniffered the lab?
I did earlier, yes.
As did I. I can conclude that that area is done with. I think we're good. I'll just finish tidying the lift from the ice cave and then I'll sniffer the ice cave.
Now, do I need to clean my mop before we finish?
Honestly, not 100% sure. I haven't cleaned mine for quite some time. But there's still some blood over where Peter was, the very first man that we thingied.
Alright, hello.
And we haven't got the crate stacked from the where the music box started in this one.
Fuck.
That'll do. Right, let's sniffer up the ice cave. Good for that. Blood and bullet holes all okay. Rubbish all okay. I've got a little ping somewhere on the stairs. I'm feeling like there's probably just a half a bloody footprint or something somewhere I can't quite see.
Yeah.
Not gonna be too stressed about it though. Like, I think we'll get a really good score either way.
Right, I've cleaned up Peter.
quite a big ping for something here. Some kind of blood or something that's not showing up properly. Let me go and get a bucket.
Could be oil. The oil's like blue. Oh no. What was that now? We should invest in a hose.
That'd be good. I'm getting a really big ping, like right here. Like more than anywhere else. I'm wondering if it's just the bucket. Yeah, it's the bucket that it doesn't like. That's not helping.
Well, let me get rid of that.
Yeah, it's given us pretty much the lowest pings now. Whatever was here is definitely not an issue anymore. Check for any rubbish. Oh, seems like we're good. Have a sniff around elsewhere. You can play a kind of hardcore version where you don't allow yourself the sniffer. That's an option you can pick in the game.
Mm.
Oh, there's another first aid station here needs filled. Just by the
I'll grab it.
by the entrance exit.
The thing's not on. Oh.
Think we're good. Oh, got a ping there. What was that? I'm getting like a little ping, like almost seems like it might be on top of like where that body was. But again, not too stressed about it. Right. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Do you want to take down my... how many people have you got written down on your datapad?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, okay. Go and give me your info, and then you can fill out the paperwork, and then we can cross notes.
Right, okay. So, first off, Twitch sent off, dismembered outside. Douglas Bishop, same as above. Figgy Drevnik, ditto. Peter Munchley, lots of blood, outside maimed.
Oh, I've got him already.
Tobias Rooney, lots of blood, outside maimed. And the last one is Wilford Cooper, intact, outside, lots of blood. Shoved behind crates, left a note.
Okay. I've got all your notes. So on this, what you press is, I wish I could do more for my company. Give me some paperwork to fill out for extra marks.
Where do you press that?
On the screen here. Do you not see that? Or does yours still say activate?
Yeah.
Right. If you press activate, and then it'll give you that option, and it's the top
Right,
one.
so I wish I could do more for my company. Give me some paperwork to fill out for extra marks.
And then it will ask you loads of questions. So just go through them one at a time, and feel free to collaborate with me.
Right, okay.
I'll go and double check with the sniffs.
Please tick the box that describes the severity of the incident you worked on. Easy, piece of cake, or best day ever. Best day ever. That was the only one.
What do you mean it was the only one?
Oh, I didn't scroll.
That's it.
Oh, I browned out. That's an option.
Eh?
What, describe your method for completing the job. What was your work style?
I wish I could see what you were writing.
I put methodical and mental. Efficiency. Please tick the box that best describes how efficiently you believe the job was completed.
Now, you have to be honest about that, so the estimated completion time for the job was an hour. We've taken an hour and a half. So say that we were not as efficient as we could have been.
So it says, I am a cleaning god, expertly, evenly, rashly, wastefully, maliciously, or catastrophically incompetent.
So not the top one, but the one just below that.
Expertly.
Yeah.
Incident particulars. Please tick the box that best describe the particulars of the whole incident. Failure to answer truthfully is punishable by law. Aliens. Fairly certain there's aliens, yeah?
Oh, so we just have to say yes or no?
It's a ticky box.
Yes, there was aliens. What was the whole question again, sorry?
Please tick the boxes that best describe the particulars of the whole incident. Failure to answer truthfully is punishable by a law. So it's basically what we think happened.
Yep.
So, guns, no.
No, there was no
Fire.
No bullet holes. No. No fire.
AI.
No.
Viruses.
Potentially. Because remember we found that note about the dude who we think killed somebody else, but they were in the lab together, but he was denying it. Like, could a virus have caused that?
Possibly.
Let's not tick that, actually. Let's not tick that.
Mutations.
Again, possibility based on the lab thing.
Okay. Corruption.
Again, possibility based on the lab thing.
Military. Chemicals. Enigmatic forces. Rituals. Deadly fauna. Deadly flora. Environmental hazards. Homicide. Suicide. Genocide. Explosives and other.
Don't forget the knife.
There was a dude that I'd written suicide question mark against because he had that. But I think honestly aliens is probably top marks for this one here.
Okay, so you just want aliens then?
Just think alien out of everything that you've listed, unless you disagree, think aliens is probably just the go-to for this one.
Fine. Personal account. Any relevant info you wish to report. Describe the day's work and any major instance you thought about the job and or company.
Do we have options, or do we just get to type something?
Just get to type something.
So I would just say, what? Read the whole thing again. God, I feel like I'm fucking at work.
Any relevant info you wish to report. Describe the day's work and any major incidents, your thoughts about the job and or the company.
Just say Aurora, spelt A-U-R-O-R-A.
A-U-R-O-R-A.
Company needs to update containment procedures.
What does it say on the board above the doorway then?
On this one it says containment failure. All personnel to remain on site and do not attempt to breach quarantine or security will open fire. Life form cannot be allowed to escape. More lives than your own may depend on your compliance.
Okay, next one says... Please enter the number of alien entities presumed dead on site.
Ooh, we never really counted them, but I would
3.
I would say 3 as well, yeah.
Estimate the number of spent shell casings found on site.
0, as far as I can
Number
tell.
of bullet holes would also be 0.
Yes.
Please indicate the estimated amount of items incinerated on site.
Right, okay, well, we've got multiple body parts, we've got multiple, like, bits of rubbish, we've got that. I would say go for, like, 200? I would say is, like, a decent estimate.
Right. And then peer report, if applicable. Describe the on-work relationship with your fellow employees. Any thoughts on your colleagues?
I will let you type that,
Oh.
and then just tell me what you've put afterwards, and I'll laugh at it.
Oh, I've somehow entered command, Sudden.
Oh, you've used the at key. Yeah. Just press exit, and you'll figure it out.
God damn it!
You keep doing it again.
Oh, it's the apostrophe.
Yeah, the apostrophe, the at key doesn't compute in this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to be grammatic.
Spatial sound is actually really good in this game. What's wrong with this? It's done properly? Yeah. Doesn't look lit up properly.
So I've put, he's my little janitor buddy who's a little bit naughty. Union report. Please enter your union identification number so we can add you to the list and know who to negotiate with, of course.
What, is that my ID number?
Not a clue.
Or your ID number?
I assume mine, because I'm filling in the fucking form.
Okay. Just put your ID number in then.
How do I do that? How do I know my ID number?
If you get your datapad out, it's at the bottom left of the datapad. It's quite a long number. Mine's ends in 142.
As does mine.
Alright, I'll just presume that it's the same number then?
Is yours 593?
Yeah.
12?
Yeah. It's the same number. I'll just read it out to you.
Go for it.
593.
Yep.
122. 8142.
Next, please fill in any relevant info per your union's regulations. Your union is not exempt from confidentiality clause with the company. Reporting of on-site details is punishable under Section 2, 8C and 23A of the Sanitation Report Procedures Act of 2164 and Amendment 4C of the Union Provisions Act of 2179. What the fuck?
Just kind of write whatever you think in there, to be honest.
I like potatoes. Right. Next.
Get his brushes.
Deceased employees. Please fill in the individual WTF 12 forms below. Each of us is deceased. So, Peter Munchley.
Okay, Peter Munchley. He was intact, outside, lots of blood, possible maiming. Do you have, like, tick boxes to, like...
I've got ticky boxes. I've got shot, bitten, eaten, burned, blown up, dragged, murdered, eviscerated, crushed, thrown, decapitated, liquefied, frozen, dismembered, stricken, sliced, impaled, contorted, stabbed, slain, ritualized, halved, impact, or other.
I would just say slain.
Slain.
Because he's intact, lots of blood, but nothing really else obvious.
State of the cadaver. Intact. Loss of blood?
Yep. This is the bit that takes ages, paperwork.
Oh yeah, because the other bit's been so quick. Dignity shown. Please tick the box that describes your treat. I was not very good with this body.
No, you were not.
I like corpses. That is a ticky box I can do.
Makes you sound a bit like a molester.
Okay, so I've got utmost dignity, which he did not get.
No.
Considerate, I was not. Moderate, nah. Careless, most likely. Malicious, absolutely. Obscene, definitely, and I like corpses.
Just put moderate. The rest we were very dignified with.
Method of removal, well, he was incinerated. Please mention any relevant info about the deceased, any items found on or around the deceased, and any personal thoughts on the deceased and his or her family.
No items found around him.
No items found nearby. He seemed like a slow guy.
Next one that we clean, we're not going to do the paperwork afterwards.
No, we're not. Okay.
Although I like taking the notes on the paperwork. I think that bit's fun, but the actual filling out of it just takes so long.
Figgy Drevnik.
Figgy. Let's see, Figgy.
How did he die?
He was
Dismembered, if I remember right.
dismembered, yeah, and he was outside. Is dismembered.
State of the cadaver.
Bits everywhere. Fucking. He might have been one that was inside out.
Bits everywhere. Possibly skinned.
Yeah.
Dignity shown. Moderate. Method of removal. He was incinerated.
What's the other options for the removals?
Melted. Airlock. Chemicals. Explosives. Alien life forms. Machinery. Anomalies. None.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, because in
Incident report.
maps you can actually feed them to an alien life form to get rid of the bodies.
Any thoughts about him and his family?
I wouldn't
He was in a lot of bits near some other guys who were also
in a lot of bits.
in lots of bits. Moving on. Next we have Douglas Bishop.
Douglas Bishop. Oh, he was the same as that last one you've just filled in.
Dismembered. Using the little pointer on this thing's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's really annoying, eh?
Twitch Semtov.
Twitch sent off, same as the other guys that you've just filled out.
It takes longer for me to press the fucking button than it does to actually like, type all this shit in.
Yeah.
Have I not filled in a bit? I can't accept this one.
Have you definitely ticked all the boxes?
Yes. There we go. Tobias Rooney.
Tobias, he was outside, maimed. So again, slain. Possibly thrown, that one actually. I remember he was like, the blood splat of him went quite high, so he was possibly just thrown.
Impact?
Yeah, impact.
Was he intact?
He was, yes.
Was he the one on top of a crate?
No, I don't think so. That was Dr. David Childs.
Moderate. Oh god damn, click the fucking box. He seemed like a nice guy. Dr. David Childs.
Dr. David Childs, he was clearly a molester.
Yep.
Lots of blood. He was cut in half, missing left arm, and the body disintegrated when moved. The riveting entertainment.
He
of doing
was
paperwork.
a molester.
Why'd you have to throw the twang on it, man? Molester.
Molester. Right, Wilford Cooper.
Wilford, he was intact outside, lots of blood. He was shoved behind the crates. Oh, he might have been dragged, actually, and there was a note left.
Dragged is not an option. Oh no, drag is an option.
Perfect.
He wrote a note to us. It was lovely. He should have been a writer.
I wonder if, like, it's super specific about, like, what you're actually writing on, like, that stuff. Like, like if you write too many silly things, do you actually lose marks for doing this paperwork?
Right, Fent Buddo.
Fent Buddo. Oh, I've written his name down wrong, but never mind. He was intact, lots of blood, died on the stairs, probably going to the toilet.
Got it.
Every now and then I just see your character, like, move, looking around the screen to fill stuff in.
Who died on his way to the toilet. Dr. Keith Blair.
Keith Blair, he was intact, kind of. He was impaled on the ceiling by an alien appendage.
Impaled is an option. Now, where is it? There it is. I just put it for him, he got shafted.
Very good.
Kurt Knowles.
Kurt Knowles, body impact, lots of blood, next to a knife, suicide potential.
I just put for him, he died fighting. Next, Dr. John Palmer.
Dr. John Palmer, cut in half, died on the stairs of the ice cave.
I just put he died as he left half a man. And the last one, Dr. Richard Carpenter.
Oh, that's interesting. We didn't actually fill out all of them, I don't think. Richard Carpenter's body intact, lots of blood, died in the ice cave, smeared against the wall. I wonder if you're only filling out the ones that you picked up.
Maybe.
Oh, can you imagine if I've got to do separate paperwork? Oh,
fuck that, no.
Skip that shit. How do you know it's the last one?
Because oh, this would be not. Hold on.
No, well, actually, we filled out that. We got him. Remember that one. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one.
I put for him. Bitch got thrown.
Did that.
Yeah, he's the last one.
We did that. And I think we did Wilford Cooper. I don't remember, but yeah.
Wilford
Okay.
Cooper we did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right, clocking off.
Clocking off.
What do I press now? I am proud of my performance and I'm certain it will meet with approval.
Sure.
Oh, please wait for your following technicians.
Did it. Leant over your shoulder to press the same button.
You did.
I could have pressed the button to fill out the paperwork as well.
I went from 16 to 20. Got exceptional.
Yeah, we got exceptional.
I'm employee of the month.
Is that you or is that me? Yeah, performance 105% we got. What do you mean out of? It's a percentage.
So you got
It's
more
out.
than enough.
Yeah, we got more than 100%.
Ah.
This place needs a clean up.
Ah, fuck.
We do not live clean. What do you reckon the code for the door is?
1, 2, 3. Oh, that just says exit office.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute because then I'll start a new game. Nope. That's a shot.
This is mine.
Okay. You put that where you want it. Right.
Oh.
This should end the game.
It did.
And I'll post a new one. We want to do the other quick one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Loading it up. You should just be able to join on me when you're ready.
Yep. I'm going to quickly go make myself a cup of tea. But I'll be back.
Okay, okay. Oh, I'm 16 this time. I'm younger.
Mm.
Very interesting. Oh, lots of bullet casings this time.
Oh no.
Lots of bullet casings. Lots of aliens.
Is there aliens to fight, is there?
No, of course not. We don't do any fighting. We're janitors.
I don't know. I know that there's an achievement to die in this game.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff that can kill you. But yeah, we'll not. We won't do the paperwork this time. I don't think, will we?
No, no paperworks. That took fucking ages.
Did. We will still collect the tags though, because that's still worth something.
Mm-hmm.
We can scan them, but I've got Samwise Chin here. Oh, I've dropped him somewhere. Got him. He's sweeping up bullet casings. You go make yourself a cup of tea, I'll just get started by removing the big bits and the bodies.
Oh, okay, okay.
feel like you want to give this Game of the Year right now. I've played a lot of games with you watching, but I don't think I've seen you watch quite as contently as anything else, like when it comes to this one. What part of the game do you like? Like, it's just meticulous.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be. I think I'm gonna be kind of OCD about one particular spot before I move on. Like I can't just do lots of little bits and explore and have a look around and do bits here and there. I'm gonna have to get one bit meticulous before I move to the next bit.
Yeah, fair enough. See, I kind of do a little bit of kind of here and there, like
I can do one job, so I can go and get like all the bodies and the stacks and stuff and then clean them, but when it gets to properly cleaning, I can't just start with one bit, like one corner and just work my way all the way around.
so. Like, as much as I want to stack barrels right now, we got body parts here that we'll probably want to remove before we do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
It is pretty therapeutic, actually. That's why I like this game so much. Now, if I'm right in saying that needs fixed, I don't think that that's something that we throw away. There's a point that we can fix that too. The only reason I say that is because it's quite a big thing. I don't think it fits in the incinerator. When did I last what? When did I last play this? About 3-4 days ago. Oh, before that. Honestly, probably about 4 years ago. Yeah, like it's I'm nowhere near like remembering like half of the shit that I've done in this game. I remember this level. I've definitely done this one before, but I don't think I've tackled any of the bigger ones just because I've typically always just sat and played on my own for a few hours, so I only ever went to do the smaller ones. But I think if I did like kind of try and pick up any of the bigger like pieces of the game, like I don't think I ever got like particularly far with any of the big ones if I did sit down and play it with somebody else. So lots of body parts. This one's good just because it's so small. Like the frostbite one's easy because it's not too dirty, but this one's just like it's the same amount of dirt but in a much smaller area, so it's so much easier to like undo stuff that you've done. You making a new Steam?
No, it's just reading this piece.
Oh, House Flipper, yeah, that's meant to be really good. I meant to also be quite relaxing. I'm not personally that interested in it.
No, just
Feel free, we can link Steam accounts together on my computer and you would be able to be able to play whatever you wanted through me.
I came back just to see you running across the hallway with a body.
Yeah, not even a human one. I've done surprisingly. I've done a surprising amount so far, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. The crate stacking has started. I've gotten the majority of the bodies.
Uh-huh.
Not done any mopping yet because there's just such an amount of mopping required that it's just going to need to be done later. Also, the mopping of the barrel area needs to be done first before we start stacking the barrels because that area is very mucky, pardon me.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, that's the crates area over there. You've got...
That's also very mucky.
Yeah, it's not the best. Just looking for any other major body parts. Gonna take a biohazard bucket and start doing the rest. So you just quite happy mopping that main area?
Yeah.
Tidy up the rest. I was just saying to Kaylee, this particular map is like really good, because like there's not a huge amount to it. Like it's a really small area, so you can do it really quickly. Oh, fuck it. So yeah, this one is significantly quicker than the other one that we just did. There's the potential to like just drag like fucking muck from the mopping part of this one everywhere. It's a really small area.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what you do with these grates. I don't know if there's a particular area to stack them, but there's quite a few of them kicking about as well. Also, we will have bullet holes in this one to fix.
Ooh.
So I didn't get the chance to show you how the laser gun worked. So there's no bullet holes in the last one. rubbish in this hallway. For there. Sorry, I'm going to be kind of dragging footprints around for a bit. Just until we get completely caught up with everything. I would like to draw your attention towards one particular bloodstain in this one, because you just go, how? Look over there.
What? The fuck? Just didn't consider it.
Yeah, you need the lift to clean that one.
Fucking no shit.
Got any other rubbish over here? Any other small bits?
There's probably bits hiding.
Yeah, this level, if I remember rightly, is a bit of a pain in the ass for that.
Yeah, there's bullets on the stairs and stuff.
There's just stuff everywhere in this one. Can't remember if these grates fit in the incinerator. They don't. Can't
There's a bullet here, Jimmy. You missed.
Whereabouts, sorry?
Where I'm standing.
Oh yeah, got it.
Actually, there's a lot of bullets over here.
I imagine they're quite easily missed while the floor's dirty.
Yeah.
I really can't remember what we do with those grates. They don't fit in the incinerator, and I can't remember if there's a particular place to put them. But there also might just be one of those things that don't really count. Because you sometimes get those in levels where like you can just have something that doesn't really count towards your score.
Yeah, it's just scenery.
Yeah, it's just like something that's part of the level. Turned in all the name tags of people that I've found so far. There's another one under the stairs here. Not found his name tag yet. Got it. We'll go clock him out. Well, I missed a bunch of bullet casings by the entrance to the hallway section. There's a few there. Yeah, there's quite a few. I'll come back with a bucket in a minute. This guy's had an unfortunate end. Although, to be fair, if I was gonna go, I think I'd prefer it to be this guy. The one that's like in half and a missing arm and everything like that, and like fucking impacted fucking, you know, like all the way up there at some point. I feel like I would want to be that, because I feel like probably at the point that he impacted, that's when his spine broke, and then he didn't feel anything after that.
You say that, but good chance he was probably still alive. And how do you know half of him didn't get thrown up there and the other half just slumped to the bottom?
Very true.
The best way to go is an explosion. Because it's instant.
That would be pretty instant. Bullet to the head, pretty instant too.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy that tried to commit suicide by shooting himself in the head, but that he flinched at the last minute and fucked up?
I remember reading about that somewhere, yeah. Was it not that he didn't, like, fuck it up? Oh, there's the warning I was telling you about.
Ah, yeah.
We'll need to do some mopping.
fuck, there's a lot of footprints here.
Yeah. It's just the game's like, or rather like my computer's RAM just after a while, just the game is not like coded to be able to deal with that amount of stuff. It's just sprite objects, cleaning them up a little bit sorts it out. I hate the alien blood in this one. It's so easy to not tell that your mop is actually dirty and just spread it about.
The way I'd be doing it is look for your mop dripping.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Because if your mop drips, then it's too dirty.
It's a dirty, dirty map.
Off with a leg. Right. Anyway, we managed to clean enough of the footprints to get rid of that warning anyway, so. Just once you get that, you're better off doing some cleaning at that point, because it's real. The game can get real fucked up real quick if you don't.
You know what game I've been playing a lot of lately?
What? XCOM? Based on
XCOM
based on-
2.
Yeah. It's really good. Are you playing Xbox version or?
No PC.
I was playing the Xbox version for a long time. Got like more than halfway through and then just like stopped because I got to a particular point and then I never went back to it. Really bad for doing that with a lot of games.
See, I hate doing that with games that are like Mass Effect and shit, because I'm like, fuck, I can't remember where I am, I'm gonna have to restart, like...
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Like, I think XCOM, like, once you get far enough through, is kind of exactly the same. Like, you can't remember what soldiers are good for what, and, like, what ones you were, like, working towards a particular thing for, so... Like, you... Just to make your life easy, you just restart.
Then I'm always like disheartened when I restart. I'm like, I'm doing this all for like the second or sometimes like the third time.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. It's not an easy thing to get right. Don't get me wrong, in some ways, like, I get that it's a good thing that games are so big now, but, like, I think there needs to be a better mix of, you know, getting things right for all the players. Sea of Thieves is a pretty good example for me of like a game that gets it right. You don't need to play it a huge amount to master it. Pardon me. You don't need to play it like a massive amount to master it. Like, you can become pretty good at that game pretty quickly. And when you go back to it after like 6 months of not playing it, like, you still have, like, because all of your stuff you can upgrade is cosmetic, you're not any worse off than people that have been playing it constantly the whole time that you've been away. So I think, like, for me, that game kind of gets things right. There's like there's a reason to sit and play all the time, but not enough of a reason that it's not enough of a reason that it's going to completely, like, shatter everything else that you're doing. Like the big games, like even particularly like story-driven big games, are so difficult if you take like long breaks from them, because you're just like, where was I? Now, as a child, this would not have mattered to me. I would have killed for games to have been longer and bigger. Because I would have just like, I would have only had that like one game or like a couple of games, so I would have wanted like to be trying to get as much out of like this one game as I possibly could have. Nice. But obviously now as an adult, I have the opposite time, where I've got money for lots and lots of games. I don't have the time to play them all.
Yeah.
It's kind of in. That's a little better. Oh, I've lost some legs.
Oh noes.
Trying to get them up the stairs, but then it was difficult. What are you working on?
Mopping up the corridor
Oh yeah, you're
that
getting
you're now
there.
traipsing blood through.
You're getting there. Start from the end and work down it.
No, because if I get the blood out of here, then we can come in here and pick everything up without traipsing more through.
I understand that, yeah, but if there's blood like on the outside of it, you're gonna like walk stuff in while you go down there to clean stuff up. Where's all the crates gone? I had a crate stack going.
Yeah, I had to take it apart to get to blood.
Fucking right mess of it, you made. Fucking flung them everywhere. Is the barrel storage clean now?
I haven't touched the barrel storage.
Okay, I shall just work on the crates for now.
Well, I don't know if the crate bit's clean or not. There's
It
that
is.
much blood in this. Like, bit that I don't know.
It's clean enough to get started, and the only thing that should be over here is my footprints, which I can sort of half clean as I go. Well, I was going to roll down. Oh, there it goes. Bye. It's quite satisfying physics-wise to watch that.
What was that?
There was a barrel rolling down the stairs. Damn it. One too many.
Holy shit.
What?
It's the roof. So
Oh.
messy.
Yeah. The roof in the big area is pretty messy too. I missed. Traipsing? No, I'm not traipsing. That's good. I like when I'm no traipsing. I would really hate to, like, I don't know if you'll maybe be a bit like this in this game, Kaylee, but like if you've really got like bad OCD for like how particularly things are stacked, like you might get really OCD that all of them are not like lined up absolutely perfectly. Just as long as they're all in the same area. I've been helping out here a bit. I've cleaned up a little bit out here. Starting to be a little bit easier to move around.
Yeah, the corridor is pretty blood free right now. Item heavy, but it's blood free.
Items is fine. I've picked up all the small ones, or at least what I could see, like through the blood and stuff.
Yeah, I found some more now that I've cleaned up a bit.
I love your jump and dunk maneuver that you're going on.
I've got to do it, otherwise they'll knock it over.
Hey, we've got a new follow. Thanks very much.
Ooh. Who was that?
Missed the name, I'll be honest. Didn't come up on the thing.
CZX608.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you very much.
And Mr. Stab Toxic says, clean up my house. This sound odd without the background music. I mean, there is no background music in this game. It is just actually this quiet. Although Ross is listening to music, and next time round I will also have music playing. Just for the first time of doing this. It's a nice, quiet, chilled affair. And it's weird watching someone play an FPS game without HUD. Yes, it's true, there's no HUD in this game. No need for one, really, to be honest.
Mr. Stab Toxic, what is your favourite cleaning implement?
You can choose from the mop, the hands,
No, I just mean in real
the
life.
sniff, or the broom. Oh, I found some more rubbish behind some crates in the corridor.
I'm a big fan of the Hoover, personally.
Oh, the Hoover's pretty satisfying, yeah. I do like a good mopping, though. I love the smell after a good mop. You know, if you've used something that smells really nice as a cleaning product.
Actually, no. My favourite thing is a pressure washer.
Oh, yeah, that's
Pressure washer porn gets me so fucking hard.
so good.
Well, that's a body part.
Real life, it would be your cat. Fucking, what are you using your cat to clean? Using it as a duster. Wait until it lies down on a dusty table and then it's fucking spinning it.
So what I need now is somebody to spin a cat on a table and put that deja vu like music on it, as the cat goes fucking nuts.
Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Yeah, that'll do. Kind of jumped out of my hands, but it's stacked. What was that? Ross, what did you put in there?
I put a box in there.
What kind of box?
It was tiny, like a Chinese like food carton thing.
Right, that's weird. That's sounded like and acted like you'd put something explosive in it.
I did not.
Interesting.
Can it get too full? You know, shit.
It can get too full, yeah. Very easy for it to start overflowing. Deja vu. Oh. Almost did like a real life reaction there when I walked into like the door frame with the crate. I actually felt like my stomach be fucking bunched by it. Just so into the game. Kaylee, what's your favourite cleaning implement? Oh, did it again.
I really want to say the Hoover, but I'm just going to open myself up to ridicule.
Why would you open yourself up to ridicule?
What she said?
The Hoover. I like to Hoover. But I also like to polish.
You do like a polish. I'll give you that.
Polish smells good.
Polish-
Is it high?
Polish does smell good. Oh, you're just a druggie. That's what it is.
We got some lavender polish the other week. Morrison's own brand as well.
Just smoking the polish.
The Polish, eh?
Aye. She better behave herself when we go to the barber's. No show me up.
I'll bring some polish.
I brought you something from home. Can't tell if she would think that would be like actually funny or just like she wouldn't get the joke. How am I meant to stack when there's like a fucking lip there? It's gonna throw me right off. Taking the crates from that area.
Yeah, it's polish. Polish beats Hoover.
Get the best I can do with that lip.
So Mr. Stab Toxic is saying, Mr. Stab Toxic is saying, I tried so hard not to spit up water there from that joke. Kelly is a bit low. Not gonna lie, I would right now.
Kelly?
That's what he says. So your name's now Kelly.
That's right, because he was Jimmy before, so
He says, not gonna lie, I would right now if I had the game and was with you, I would move on the crates just to bug you a small bit. How the fuck did it get up there?
Yeah, now you've seen it. Now you've seen what I was pointing out earlier. Also, Kaylee is so low just because she's actually just sat in the room with me, to be fair. So she's just going off of my mic, but just sitting like maybe about a foot further away from it than I am. Sorry, I'm trying to stack the barrels. Kind of swapping jobs with you from last time. Felt like you didn't get
I've perfected cleaning my mop, is what it is.
What are you laughing at now?
Is it Kelly or Kelly?
It is neither.
To be fair, it just sounds a bit like that with your accent.
What? Killy?
Yeah.
Killy. No, it is Kaylee. I would type it, but oh no, I can type it in the game. There you go. You can turn on text to speak, by the way, Ross, in this game as well.
Oh, can you actually?
You can, although I have mine's turned on and it's not doing it, so I don't know what's wrong with that.
I mean, I'll take that. That's close enough.
Kale-E.
How do you do it?
What? Do what? Text to speak?
Yeah.
Just go into the options menu. I think it's in the audio settings. Would make sense to be in there, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
I've turned it on, but it didn't work. For me, anyway. Oh. Battled it. Why do I feel like you're typing something exponentially long just to see if it'll say it?
So Mr. Toxic has replied, is it Kelly or Kelly, Melly or Belly, Kaylee, Kale? Nickname is now Kale. You're now a piece of veg.
Reminds me of
The kale.
You used to have a teacher called Tails.
Kales?
Tails, yeah.
That's what I call you.
Yeah, you used to. But his name was Mr. Butt, so...
Mr. Butt!
Yeah. I hope he's not watching.
I don't know. He's got a 1 in 3 chance of watching. How you getting on there, Ross?
Getting there.
We really are getting there. Like, we have stormed through this level. Like, you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. The two don't always correspond, but we're getting there.
So how big are the big levels?
How big are the big levels?
If these are small. Because they're still taking about an hour, so aren't
Yeah, well, that's the smallest levels that you can get, take an hour.
they? So how big are the big ones?
The biggest ones that are included with
That
the
depends.
game, the biggest ones,
Your pocketbook.
the biggest one that are included with the game without workshop content are 5 hours to complete. So assuming that you cannot do them at like maximum speed, you're going to be on that level for like 6 hours. Right. Mr. Stab Toxic's got a question for you, Ross. What would you do if you had 600,000 US dollars?
I would convert that into real money. And I would spend it on many things, probably paying off my mortgage.
Oh, that's a good one, actually, yeah. For whatever reason, for like a comedy standpoint in my head, I didn't immediately think pay off mortgage. But no, when I actually think about it, if I had that kind of money, I would absolutely pay off my mortgage. I could have like, what would it be? 10% of that money? Would that be right? No, it wouldn't be. I could have 60,000 that money and pay off my mortgage pretty much. I don't
See,
know.
what I'd probably end up doing is I would pay off my mortgage.
I don't know what I keep stepping in, but I just occasionally find a footprint that I've left.
It's soot. I keep finding it.
Oh, look at you.
I would pay off my mortgage and then I would buy another house outright, and I would rent the one that I currently live in out.
That is honestly pretty much exactly what I would do, given that amount of money.
And I would use the money I make from the rent to live off.
So you didn't have to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
I fucking hate work. I would stream every day if I could. Mr. Subtoxic says, before I pop in here, I was mining in Warframe 3 for 3 hours just to get me a new look for my operator, and oh my, it takes time. I've not played Warframe. Have you?
I have a little bit, yeah. I really enjoy the gameplay in it, to be honest. Really, really fun. Quite a good fun game, that.
The game that I've, like, in terms of grinding I've been doing is the MMO Star Wars The Old Republic.
Yeah, me and Kaylee have been playing that quite a bit.
I've been working hard. I got HK 51 the other week.
I noticed, oh fuck.
I was in a companion. Which I was quite happy with. I'm now trying to like get as much credits as I can to build the guild flagship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got like 100,000 credits or something sitting for you. We haven't played the other characters for a while. We've been playing, we've got a couple of Jedi characters that we've been playing quite a lot of.
Is that the one I played with you one night?
Yeah, but me and you never went back to it, and I really enjoyed the gameplay of it, so I've just kind of kept it going. But now,
oh, you never asked.
Now I'm playing with Kaylee. I mean, I would have asked if I actually, like, you know, had any fucking time to play. Sometimes it's a bit like that.
We've already played with that character once or twice now, because you switched.
Mr. Tabs Toxic says, I'm gonna get my Skyrim working again without removing all the mods. Not played modded Skyrim. I've played the shit out of Skyrim, but not modded.
I feel like I wouldn't enjoy the game as much if it was modded.
I have seen some mods. The survival mod is pretty cool. So like eating and sleeping actually have like a proper function, and like the cold affects you and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like survival elements in games.
Survival elements in games, especially in like ones that aren't directly meant to have them, can be quite good additions. Sometimes, though, the survival elements are just too much to manage. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you know what I mean. Like, there's certain games that like when you've done so much of them, it then just becomes too much.
Like one of the games I've always quite enjoyed for its survival element is 7 Days to Die.
Yes, and that is a survival game that I can completely understand the motivation behind the survival, because you know, zombies.
Yep. Like,
although
I keep meaning to actually message Colin and see if he'd be up for streaming it with me like one night or two, and having like an open server and just seeing like what happens when we open a server up to somebody, like to the whole like internet.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it for sure.
You're welcome to play.
I'd play that game again. Something that I never quite understand with that, in 7 Days to Die particularly, is you're kind of playing as a character who, like, kind of the story almost with your character is that they barely know how to survive. Like, yeah. You know, they don't know a lot of recipes, they don't know a lot of nothing when you first start. And I kind of wonder, like, how did you get to that point in the apocalypse without, like, doing anything survival related, you know, up until that point?
It was maybe a case of like you did know all this stuff because you can learn it without really doing much, right? What if you were part of a pack of survivors, shit went south, and you got hit on the head and you got amnesia?
Yeah, maybe. But it's just one of those things.
And it's not that you don't know; it's that you've forgotten, and when you level up, that's you remembering stuff.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, for me, if I just find it like one of those things that's just a little bit weird and a little bit funny. Like, they go to such lengths to establish that the apocalypse has been happening for at least a little while, because you know there's no pockets of survivors outside of the players in the game. Yeah. So obviously, you know, it's not,
floors should all be mopped now. So I will hold the bucket for you.
Oh. Thank you, sir. It's spilled, but I've got enough water, I think. Yeah, got it. Just need the welding gun now. Finish that bit off.
Oh, hold on, I would have thrown it up to you.
Hey, the welding gun, I can use it from down here.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, it's got quite a long range on it. I'll show you how to use it. You can go and do some welding if you want. I'll finish the stacking. So you...
Mr. Stab Toxic says, Skyrim is a living hell trying to get it to work if you get two mods that conflict or a mess with the game files. He's only got a mod list of 30 mods for Skyrim. And he says he would like to play Oblivion. I've never played Oblivion. Only Elder Scrolls games I've ever played is Skyrim.
I have played Oblivion. Oblivion is really good, but really fucking broken. Because, like, if you maximize your enchantment levels, you know how you can do that in Skyrim. You can, like, enchant stuff to, like, improve the, like, buffs and whatever on it. It's less sort of, like, luck-based than Skyrim. Like, it's more, like, it's got a direct sort of relation to... It's got a direct relation to your level in enchanting. So if you get that up to 100, which can be done pretty quickly, you can learn the enchantment of partial invisibility.
Right.
The level 100 version of that gives you 25% partial invisibility, but you've got 4 items of clothing. You get the helmet, the chest plate, the leggings, and the boots. So if you enchant all 4 with like 25% partial invisibility, you are actually 100% invisible. And if you just use sneaking from that point on, you literally don't ever trigger combat, and you just get stealth bonuses for hitting everything, even the final boss. Like, you can just not get hit ever again in the game.
Nice. So
real fucking broken.
Mr. Stab Toxic says the first Elder Scrolls game he played was Oblivion, but it was like 30 minutes. And CZX608 says hello. So hello to you.
Hello, CZ. I'm liking that. Anyway, here's how to use the weld gun.
Right, I'm watching.
If you look above you, there's like a couple of bullet holes.
Yeah.
You just want to like target the bullet hole, roughly, and just give it a short, give it some short bursts. Don't use it too much or it'll overheat the area, and then you've got to clean up an even worse weld mark and loads of fucking soot burns.
Right.
So just, it's not quite welded over yet, so I'm just going to let the whole thing cool down. Which is basically where you let the whole barrel of it stop spinning. And that's it. That's one done. Some of them will weld up dead easy, like that one only took 1 shot. Some of them will be like dead awkward, take ages. But yeah, I've left it on the floor for you behind you. You can have a go at that, and I'll go and find some more shit to stack. Finish the stacking. You genuinely look like a Ghostbuster, like it's got that kind of effect coming out of it. But yeah, you'll see what we mean when you overheat it. So just be sparing with your shots, and don't overdo them too much. CZ, I love Viscera Clean up detail too. Which Star Wars game are you referring to, Mr. Stab Toxic? Because we have played a lot, both on the channel and out of recorded sort of history. Also like how he calls you Sir Rost and I'm Mr. Badger.
Yeah, he says, I would love to spend 8 hours playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 Classic with you. It would be fun, but I don't have 8 hours to play that game, unfortunately.
I was just about to say exactly the same thing. That sounds so good, but me being available for 8 hours, like, absolutely not. Not a possibility in my life.
Although we could do a community night soon. We haven't done one in a while.
We have not done a community night in a while. If you want to come and play with us, let us know what system you've got and what games you've got.
Put it in the... Actually, hold on. Well, you know, I'm in windowed mode, so I can do this.
Oh, I've set mine for windowed, but it also doesn't work. You know how my Space Engineers doesn't do that?
Yeah, you must have an issue.
I've got an issue somewhere. I don't understand what it is.
And it might require a tissue.
Snack state.
Yeah, it is.
I do roughly know what you've got, Mr. Subtoxic. Is there anything particularly that you're wanting to play with us right now?
In the chat, there's a link to the community Discord. If you want to play a game with us, you can put it in the suggestions tab. And what console, and if it's possible, we'll do a community night some point soon.
I mean, technically, I'm not console limited anymore.
No?
Kaylee's brought her PS4 up, so we now own
Well, there
everything.
you go. You could do you could be the PS4 pillar of community.
Hey? I do not have PlayStation Plus.
Fuck, I've spun that one.
Have you watched the scorch mark go everywhere?
Yeah.
It creates a really bad weld mark too that you've got to like almost overheat the gun to try and fix.
It's taken ages to fill these fucking holes.
Yeah, it takes a while. The gun's cool, but like you get real bored of it. We do both have Empire at War. And I like Empire at War. I like a community night in Empire at War.
Yeah, it's always a good one.
Really good fun.
The problem is, though, it needs to kind of be like the vanilla game because the mods don't really support multiplayer.
No, well they do to a really broken extent where you have to restart the game every like 10 seconds. But yeah,
I believe Awakening of the Rebellion now supports multiplayer.
I don't know how I've done this, but I got bunched up here.
What?
I was up on top of the crates. I was just trying to carry one up and I got bunched straight up. But yeah, I would be definitely up for it. I'm not necessarily against the modded ones, but we've just like, even with like just playing with like a few select players and their connection issues that come with that, that would be a whole thing. I do think I own Battlefront Classic actually. I'm pretty sure I've got it.
I believe I have it as well.
Sure, I've got it. There's a couple of footprints that keep appearing.
Yeah, so every time we walk over soot, I've noticed it.
Yeah, either of those, pretty good suggestions. I also don't own the first version of the classic game in any way. At least I don't think so, not anymore. I haven't played that game since I had a bloody PS2. This is a battle, that's the wrong place. Sit. I have a vast collection of Star Wars games. Have you played the Dark Forces titles, Ross? I think I've asked you this before.
You have, and the answer is I played one for like 20 minutes.
You'll have played Jedi Academy though, it's set in the same universe.
No, actually.
You've not played Jedi Academy?
I've got it, but I need to play it.
You need to play it. You would love that so much.
I could stream it.
If you, CZ's saying if you were the janitor in the game, would you actually pick up the body? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I would kind of have to if that was my job. Like, I mean, if I was doing it, if I needed to get paid, I've done some real shit jobs for some real shit money in the past. So if it's what I gotta do to make the bills, you know, fucking I'll do it. At a certain point, you just like give up on trying to have a dignified job when you know you really need to pay bills. Stay. Don't know why I was kind of worried about going downstairs because I thought there was still loads of blood and stuff down there, but I've just remembered that you said that you were done the mopping, so...
Yeah, there's the bits on the walls and everything that we need to...
Ah, that can come a bit later. Just gonna try and get these like barrels and stuff from under the stairs stacked somewhere that I can more easily grab them.
CZ's asking, so you would just burn the guy's body? Well, yeah, like...
If it was part of the job, I mean, I feel like working in a crematorium is a pretty easy gig, to be honest. You know that you're never going to fucking run out of work.
People will always be dying.
I mean, it's quite appropriate for, like, you know, like, I mean, I've been in the situation previously, like, Ross, you've recently been in the situation where, like, you know, if whatever your line of work is that's, like, unstable and is not guaranteed kind of forever to, like, you know, actually be something that you can rely on for money and actually reliably do constantly. Like, appreciating that you can be in a line of work that you know is never, ever going to fucking have, you know, no work going. You know, crematoriums, funeral directors, always going to have work. Always, always, always. People die.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, I was offered to become somebody that does like funerals. What's the word?
Funeral director?
No, the person that does like the whole sermon thing, like by the graveside. The person that sits there and he's like ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh, like a minister?
Yeah, but without the religious side of it.
Like, so a humanist minister?
Yeah.
Who offered you that?
Somebody I know.
I want to say it was Jess's mum, but you know.
It was.
Fucking knew it.
But I don't think I'd be very good at that.
No, no. Like, I've known you for a really long time. I genuinely think you could turn your hand to pretty much anything. Oh, found a bit of spleen. But, you know, being, you know, very, very, very necessary to be very caring in a time that people will find very upsetting is not something that I think would come naturally to you every day. You can do it, but I don't think you could manage it every day.
That was pretty much my thing as well. It's like, I can do it. Like when it's needed, I can do it. Like, if somebody came to me and was like talking about how like they were having a really shit day, whatever, like they were feeling like depressed, etc., I could talk to them about it, right? But to have that day in, day out, eventually I would snap.
Fatso crisps.
Alright, okay, chat's been busy. Pingu510 said, Bob, is that you?
As in like Bob Ross?
I don't know. You know what I was really wanting to do that day, actually?
What were you really wanting to do?
Now that you said Bob Ross.
You've been distracted, you were reading the chat.
I've been distracted already. I'll come back to the chat. I really want to get like an easel and a canvas and just try my hand at doing a Bob Ross.
You need to grow your afro back out first.
No, I mean just fucking paint, not sit there and make a Bob Ross episode. I just want to paint.
Yeah, I know, but like you should absolutely be pictured doing it, but you would be as well growing your afro back for it.
I'm not growing that afro back.
You should.
It took me 2 years to grow that.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's 2 years. That's 2 years for a joke.
Fuck, we have done longer stints than 2 years for the sake of a joke. We absolutely have.
No, that's 2 years hard work. Anyway, back to the chat. So Mr. Stab Toxic then says, somehow my Fallout 4 mega glitched out Steam. It says uninstalled, but I can still launch it and play the game. Yeah, that's a bit weird.
That is.
But
weird.
he has to use Nexus to launch it, which is a bit bizarre.
Interesting.
CZ says, what's the most dangerous thing you've done in life?
I would probably say knowing you.
Yeah, knowing me is a pretty good one. I threaten your life on a daily basis.
You do.
What's the most dangerous thing I've done?
Dangerous.
I don't know if should I tell this story? I should tell this story.
What, are you thinking about the legal implications of it suddenly?
Yeah, statute of limitations. It was over 10 years ago.
Okay.
I was. I want to preface this by saying I did not have a very smart childhood. My childhood consisted of me doing very stupid things, and in no way endorse the things that I did. And you should not be like me and don't do these things. But I got drunk at a young age. It's a stack, and I played chicken with cars in the road.
Oh, I
in the middle of the night.
Remember this story. You've told me this one before. Actually, do you know what? I think you have told me this one while you were also drunk. So I don't know if you remember that you've already told me that.
I might have told you this. I don't know. I have a lot of stories.
You do have a lot of stories. Like, you're probably my go-to person for a story.
Because we used to, me and my pals, one of the things we used to do, we used to play Assassins. Right, that was the game we called it. And you used to go out in sort of the winter months when it gets dark really early, and you would wear as much black clothing as you could. And what you would do is you would go to the park, or you would hang out in the streets, and you would try and be as stealthy as you could and sneak up on people and flag the shit out. Looking back on it, that's a really good way to get mugged, to get knifed, to get punched in the face. But it was awesome. It was fun. I was really good at it. I perfected the knack of being able to roll your heel so you don't make any noise with every footfall.
You still do that now?
I do. I actually do it subconsciously.
Depending on who you want to do.
There's a lassie I work with, and she hates me because every time I see her, I go into the assassin mode again, just out of instinct. Because scaring her is the funniest thing ever, because she's one of those people that proper jump. And it's to the point where I've sat in the warehouse, hiding behind cages, waiting for the moment to strike. I'm surprised she's not went to HR and filed harassment on me. Mr. Tab Toxic says, wait, Ross had an afro? I did have an afro. I had a full-on afro.
Yep, cannot deny that. It was an afro. Just Ghostbuster in the wall.
Go for it, I'm just cleaning up some footprints.
I was going to ask if you could do that. I think once we're done Ghostbustering the walls, there's still some blood on the ceilings and some other bits that I've seen. There's a big, there's a big smear up here. This bullet hole really doesn't want to close. There it goes.
A lot of this roof stuff is a two-man job, I think.
Yeah, bucket holding and whatnot. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back to the corridor.
I think what else?
Do the
other
holes.
stupid stuff I've done. It nearly got me killed. I used to be into parkour. I used to do that.
I really can't imagine you doing that.
How not?
I don't know. I just don't see you.
I know I'm fat now, but I used to be quite young and sprightly.
Yeah.
I'm a bit heavier now.
Don't know. I just can't imagine it. I didn't think you would be the kind of person that was massively into parkour.
Yeah. I used to go out in the trackies and I used to throw myself off buildings and stuff. So that was fun.
Remember when?
Again, dangerous.
Remember when planking was a big thing, and I had a pal.
That was when I got into parkour. It was around about the time everybody else was doing planking.
Yeah. Pal of mine used to try and do the planking thing in really stupid places. He would I remember one time, like, he bloody like went on top of like a fucking telephone box and shit like that. Like, just nonsensical places to do shit like that. Now, is this a hole, or is that just a wall texture? But yeah, CZ, I want to know. I want to know what the dangerous thing that you did in your life was. Throw it to the chat. What's going on? This is what I get to watch all the time. Still not dropped any frames. It's good.
I was shot at once, actually.
Intentionally?
I think so. I was trespassing on land.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, fair enough.
Where I grew up, we lived out in the country. And a lot of the farmers around that area had, like, strawberry fields. And I used to go, you know, a young lad, I was hungry a lot. I used to go and steal the strawberries and eat them.
Where's the lift?
It's over by the back of the...
Oh, you've done it. You've done that.
So I used to steal the strawberries, and one day I was in the field, I was eating strawberries, lying down, and all of a sudden there was just this massive, like, the dirt around me. It was maybe like 30 feet to my right, just like exploded, and there was a very loud bang, and I just got up and out and fucking ran.
A lot more bullet holes up here than I thought. I'll get the gun. Where else is there bullet holes? I can't quite see up this one. There's like a shaft of light that's really in the way.
Yeah. Better if you take a step back.
No, you're so right.
CC said, I ran through a highway, no crosswalks or anything. What I did was illegal. And Mr. Stab Toxic wants you to shoot me with the gun.
Where are you? Oh! You could not have done that more perfectly. That was brilliant.
What?
Yeah, you jumped like over it.
Oh, nice. See, on my screen, it just arced down into the floor.
Oh no, like on my screen, like you perfectly jumped it. My dad nearly got shot once, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, he'd been in France for about 45 seconds.
Nice.
And nearly got
Not
shot.
like the French to shoot things.
Yeah, no, he was like, we were off the plane and we immediately got on the metro system to go into like the centre of Paris. And once we got into the centre of Paris, still in the subway station, my dad, long time ago, because he doesn't smoke anymore, but he took out some fags, like went to light up, and some French policemen sort of, you know, came over and was like, you know, you can't do that here, and like he was trying to say like that he was like foreign, he was new, like he didn't know that he couldn't do it, so he was originally trying to be apologetic, and then and then one of the French cops says like, oh, you wouldn't do that in the tube in London though, would you? Like you're just doing it here because like it's different, and you think that like we're okay with being unclean. And my dad's immediate response was, I've never been in the fucking tube in London, and like he got really aggressive, and like one of them just started going for a gun, and I was just like, just fucking leave, just like let's leave.
CZ says cars were driving too, and he almost got hit by one.
God damn it.
I've also almost been hit by a car. Looking back, I should be dead.
Yeah, probably.
I've been in car crashes.
My cousin ran over her own phone with her own car once.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah, I've been in a car crash. Technically, I've had a motorcycle accident, although it wasn't really a bad one.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying about that. Right, Ross, it's time. Get sniffing.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I see it. Got Kaylee, who's like a visual sniffer.
Right, so I'm sniffing for objects at the minute. Getting a little something around here.
Something, something. It could be a bullet hole. Sometimes that sniffer picks up a bullet hole as an object. Yep, I see it. Oh, that's scorched, that one.
Mr. Stabtoxic says the most dangerous thing that he had happen to him was when he was at school and a tornado came by.
That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, tornadoes, they throw cows at things, if I remember right.
They throw cows at things.
I've seen the film.
Of all the bloody things that you could have gone for, a tornado, it throws cows at things.
I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm sure a cow has been thrown by a tornado.
Yeah, I mean, they put it in the movies. Must have got the source material from somewhere.
Exactly.
I overcooked this bullet hole and now it's like a scorch mark that I can't fix.
Yeah, I think it's the Scot. I think it's that I'm sniffing. And Pingu510 says, at least it wasn't a Sharknado.
Come on. Not getting any progress.
I'm going to switch to blood. Have we wandered around till you do that?
That's it.
Oh, you get it, did you? Right,
Yeah, I got it.
Back to items. Obviously, there's the bucket.
Visual inspection. Yeah, I only just got that out because I made a burn. Oh, we've not actually done the first aid stations yet. While you're doing items, I'll go and bend them and fill them up.
And let me throw the bucket away.
Next time we'll do a level with a turret that we need to fix. That's always good fun.
There's something over here.
Is it like big pingies or just little pingies or?
Little pingies.
Little pingies is okay. We can live with that. Just visually inspecting the level. Seeing if there's anything. I'll do some sniffing.
Oh, there's something big over here. Oh, in the roof, bullet hole.
Whereabouts?
Right above me.
Oh yeah, I see it. I'll go and get the gun.
Fuck, there's loads over here.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of them.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to sniff blood in the other area. Or dirt or whatever it is.
Blood, dirt, kind of any mark, really. That bullet hole? Yeah.
Oh my god, this bit's fucking rife with it.
Bullet holes or blood?
Blood.
Pretty sure I got the bullet holes from the walls. Is that one? No. Right, you've definitely filled that one. That's fine. Just do some sniffing.
There's something on the stairs. Blood-wise. Oh, Jamie built a hole here.
I'll get the gun.
Mr. Stab Toxic asks, Jamie, would you be, if you were a Speedo, what?
If I were a Speedo?
Would you wear a Speedo if it was all you had to wear for a day? Spelled wear wrong.
If I were a Speedo. I thought you were going to ask, like, if I was a pair of Speedos, like, who would I rather be strapped to?
Right above me, by the way.
Where's the bullet? Right above you. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. There's a couple up there, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, would you wear a Speedo all day?
I mean, I guess if I had to, yeah. Like, I could think of worse things to wear for a whole day. Are we talking, like, as underwear, or as, like, the only thing that I'm wearing that day?
I'm not sure.
I mean, either way, like, there's fucking worse scenarios to be in.
There is.
I've done some sniffing of the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good.
Yeah, corridor I think is good. I've replaced the med kit at the far end of the hall.
Yeah, seen that. I've done the other ones. Just do a bit of blood scan on the corridor.
Blood
now.
scan should be good.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Did you say there was something on the stairs? Did you fix that?
It was going fucking nuts. Like, come here. It goes fucking nuts where I'm standing.
Clean, like, all down and under here. Oh, I think I see where it is. Yeah, got it.
No, there's something else.
Oh yeah, you're right enough. Done like
Where
all...
I'm standing, it's going nuts.
Done like the underside of the stairs. It's pretty much the only thing I could think of.
Oh, we must have got it. It's not going nuts anymore. Yeah, he says as the only thing you can wear, you have to wear Speedos.
Can confirm. Yeah, I mean, fucking, there's worse things to do for a day. Oh, we've got a wee pingy here. Just here somewhere. Other side of the stairs open. What is that? No, I'm hitting the light. I hear that noise and I just immediately think, like, fucking what broke? Sniff. I had to think about what button that was on there. I'm still getting a little ping from here somewhere, but I really can't work out where it is. I don't know if it wants me to get rid of that grate. I'm just leaving it there. It looks alright. Oh. Getting a ping from something. Getting a ping from the item one. Also near the stair.
Are you?
It's speeded up, like the pulse speeded up. Is that a bullet hole? Pretty sure that's a bullet hole. And then it also looks like that's a bullet hole, and that. Unlikely to be in the same place.
Pengu510 says, if the alternative is going naked, then yes. I mean, what? I mean, going naked is not all that bad.
Depends if you've got something to do that day, though. Slightly more acceptable, like, you know, just as a stylized choice to walk into the town in Speedos. Generally speaking, people not okay with you walking into town naked. fucking shit myself. Do not do that again. Jesus fucking Christ, warn me.
Why?
I'm getting some nasty sniffs now. You've made a mark that we need to clean up.
I have.
Bastard. Blood fuck. Look how perfectly that fucking is landed. Did you get it? There's still the mark.
No.
Do you want me to get it?
Yeah.
I think that's the same place that I left a mark before. Yeah, that's it now.
There's one above me as well.
No, they, like, look at where they are on the ceiling. Like, they repeat at exactly the same point.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's just part of the texture, but it looks real like a blood hole. A blood hole, I almost said. Right, let's close that up. Don't think we've got anything else to clean.
I think we're just about done.
I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We should probably be like calling it about there. I would reckon. Don't Ghostbusters too much because it'll just burn the walls. Christ. Yeah, I think we're good. Want to clock out with that?
Yep, let's clock out.
Clocking out. Proud of my performance, yo. Let's see what we got. Exceptional once again.
Hey, I'm still employee of the month.
Hey, me too.
And I'm 60.
I'm 16.
Quite an age difference. Quite an age.
Quite.
Does this tell us how well we did?
No, but I'm seeing the Matrix. Cat pictures. Oh, that's not cat. That's not that either.
Oh, what's in private?
Boring work dot shit.
Oh, we were 101% on that, Jamie.
%100, did you say?
Yeah.
That's probably just because we didn't do the paperwork at the end. That can be anything up to 25% of your mark based on like how well you do it.
Alright.
So it can be quite a lot. Am I male this time, by the way, or am I still female?
No, you're female.
Yours has changed. Yours has a beard this time.
Oh, nice.
You look a little bit...
much like real life.
Yeah, you look a little more disgruntled than before.
Well, what do you think the code is?
Well, that's what I was asking you before. I couldn't work it out. Also, there's no way to get rid of shit in here, which really annoys me. Blind man discovers blackness. Oh, do you think this works in reverse? Like, if we go and put, like, all the shit from the level in here and tidy up the office, do you think we can get it in the next level we play and fucking get rid of the shit?
Don't know, maybe.
It's worth a shot, is it?
I want to know what the code is.
Me too. Does anybody know the code in this game? One person saying you just need to hack the door. 7, 3... Oops. Fucked it.
Up, down, left, right.
It's
Left,
numbers,
right,
Ross. It's numbers. smack the door? Yes. Does not reveal anything to me, unfortunately.
What if we smash it? What if we smack it with a broom?
Do you have a gun?
I do have a gun. We brought one back from another level. I'm interested to see how this box goes next time we play. So next time, Ross, we'll do one of the bigger levels and just do the one level. Would you like to pop the BAPS community Discord link in the chat again, and I'll get the video ready?
Yep.
Right, guys, we're gonna finish up for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Link in the chat is for our community Discord if you are not a member and want to chat to us in downtime, make suggestions for future streams or community streams, ask us questions, kind of anything at all, really. You should become a member of that, and you should also follow @Badger&Pals on Twitter. You will get all the same information. We are going to head off now. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall be back next time. When are we back? Sunday. We will be back on Sunday. And we will see you then. I'm stuck in my game screen once again.
Oh no.
Just gonna have to boot out of it.